Hey, how are you? I'm closer to the microphone than usual, can you tell? How about now? How about now? How about now? I had so much fun at the Meltdown Wednesday night. I'll tell you what, everybody that works there I love, and I love it's such a fun environment. Backstage, it's just pure joy for me. I use that word. Do I use that word too much? It's just pure joy for me. Use the word pure joy. Oh my God, look what I've done. I'm crazy. And the audiences, I love them. They're just fantastic. Today's show, there's a long pre-show today. I would say it starts at about an hour and 10 in. The pre-show is just, it's just the pre-show. It's not too serious, but we rattle through a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about. Okay, so there's that. Oh my God, guess what I forgot? Okay, so today's show is being sponsored by somebody, and I swear to you, I want to see if I could read the copy like they do on radio. You just put it in front of someone. I've not read it before, so let me give it a shot. I do have it here, but I've never read it. Honest. To George Carlin. There you go. And for new listeners, that means the truth. I don't know why I think that there's so many new listeners today. Let's go listen to this episode. Okay, so here we go. T Fury. And I'm going to try to do it like they would do it, like make it sound real personable. Because this is a new company that I'm learning about myself. T Fury, it's an original pop culture t-shirt destination, selling unique designs every day since 2008. Wow. I added the wow. You can snag their shirts for only 24 hours, starting at midnight. T Fury shirts cover all your favorite topics and fandoms. They got everything from gaming, sci-fi. I don't know how to say this next word. To George Carlin, I don't. A-N-I-M-E? Anime? I don't... Whatever it is. TV, movies, pop culture, and more. Their t-shirts change daily, so check back as often as you'd like. That's nice of them. They sound generous. They're saying they don't mind if you check back a lot. Check out T Fury. T Fury. Hey, with my Philadelphia accent, in case I'm saying that funny, T-E-E-F-U-R-Y, tfury.com/Nerdist, and see what today's shirt is all about. Alrighty, Blake Wexler. It's like a family show today, Blake Wexler. And I think that's it. Guess what I did last night? I was on the phone with Preston Douglas, or Preston Smith, whichever he's going by. Preston Douglas Smith, a.k.a. Sandra Van Garden. And he was at a comedy night, and I went up by phone. I think I'm going to start doing that. It was it's hard to tell on the phone because they were just obviously holding the phone up to the mic. But it was enjoyable. This crowd sounded nice. It's hard to get a good judge, but that's it. I forget what the name of the club was, but I heard it's good. Maybe I'll take a break here, look what it is. No, I'll find it out. And I'll mention on next week's show what it was. In Atlanta, Thursday night. So, but it has a good reputation, I heard. And I went up by phone and did a little set. And thank you. It was good fun. I need to start getting up more. Alrighty. Everybody, Okay. Here's the show. Aristotle, roll in that little thing. Aristotle, don't roll it in yet. Oh, by the way, this is not why I came back on. But while I did come back on, I did look at my Twitter. And that room in Atlanta that I did a set by phone, I'm not going to try to say it because if it's this, I think it looks to me like hanger, but it might not be. So I'll spell it. Hanger. And don't laugh if I said it wrong. Maybe I said it right. I don't know. But my instincts are I'll say it wrong. Hanger. Okay, there's that. Now here's what else I wanted to say. In the show today, you'll hear us playing that song, I'm Gonna Live Until I Die. And it's a Frank Sinatra song. And I'm going to do it too, shoot a video. I think it should be about a minute. It's got to build. And what has to build is just shooting yourself doing nothing at all, laying there sleeping, close up on your face, maybe comatose on the couch, just putting potato chips in your mouth with absolutely no life at all, a Pop-Tart, just anything that exudes the opposite of living till you're dying for about a minute straight. Just let it go and go and go and go and, stretch the fuck out of it. And then all of a sudden the screen goes black. The music keeps going, though. The screen goes black, and it says The Todd Glass Show on the Nerdist Network. On iTunes? I think that's what it should say. Anyway, I think that could be fun. If you tweet it at me, then I'll retweet it. And I'm going to do one, too. But you get the gist. Maybe it's sitting there with you and your dog, a close-up, and you're both just looking at each other. Or maybe your dog's sleeping with you, or whatever you want to do. Aristotle. Hey, if anybody sees Aristotle out and you recognize him, go up to him and go, Aristotle. He'll love it. I know he will. He asked me to ask people to do it.
Oh, it's exciting. Oh, yeah. Can you hear okay?
If you fucking call me back,
Oh, no reason to curse.
Don't call me.
We're back, everybody.
We're done.
It's going to be
The
fun.
Todd Glass Show launches August 12th.
Todd. Hey, it's Zach. Elsnacker. Listen, man, I really want to come on the podcast. I've got stuff to promote.
Comedy Central presents Todd Glass.
Todd Glass, Ryan Regan.
Did you hear me talking in the background?
If you don't want me to do podcast,
Hello, is
Blake Wexler on the show today?
let me know that.
hello?
Do you want me to beg?
Todd, it's Marin. Mark, I'm the guy that can't come on the Todd Glass
You
Show.
know what you did. That was rude. Tricked me.
Very funny.
He played that podcast.
Did he play that podcast?
I think he put it
I
out.
thought it was
yeah.
a joke. I love pussy. What's this? Oh my God, it's exciting. I seriously, I love pussy. Oh my God, I swear, I'm so happy to be back. I feel like I was gone for such a long time. Very exciting. Blake Wexler's here.
Hello.
Blake Wexler's here. Natalie is here. We're very excited. I met Natalie once by the fire, and we had a great night.
The fire was planned, by the way. It was in your backyard.
No, Natalie put her cigarette out on my golden retriever. You know the sad part? I was going to say poodle, but it sounded too feminine. I switched it to golden retriever.
I need a good American dog.
That's why I'm afraid to get a Labradoodle. People go, what type of dog is that? I don't want to say it's half poodle. I go, I don't know. A Great Dane got fucked by another tough dog. What is this? Oh, what a way to come back.
I'm on my way from misery to happiness today.
Welcome back, Todd. I have my own memorial.
From this world, and years from now, I'll make
Alrighty.
it to the next world, and everything that I
Welcome back.
receive
Is everybody doing good? You know, I do feel like I love this song. This is by the guys that go, I would walk 500 miles and I would... Can I get reverb, Aristotle, so it sounds professional? I would walk 500 miles and I would... Oh, everybody knows it. Would walk 500... You don't know that song?
I have no idea. No. Ooh.
I have no idea.
Does anyone think I'm close? I would walk 500 more. My ride's here.
You beat me to it, you son of a bitch.
we have a joke we've been doing on the show, which we'll do later. I don't want to get into it yet because I want to rip through all this stuff.
Okay.
But here we are. My friend Gabe is here. Aristotle, you're feeling good. You look great. Blake, look at you're up on that chalkboard.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie and Jake, we're all here. I hope you had a good. It seems past the holiday, but I hope you were good with your family. It just seems so cliche, but it's hard. Even with great families, it's very hard to be with people. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back. We'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this. You're listening to the Todd Glass Show.
I'm on my way from misery to happiness today.
He's on his way from misery to happiness.
I'm on my way from misery to happiness today.
Well, that's nice.
Do we find out if he gets there?
Later in
Deep
the show.
tease.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this. All right, don't give Blake anything too good yet.
No.
We're going to rip through this. We'll save all your stuff. We got so much stuff for you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get through this. Let me go nice and slow. Hold on. This does work for me. Hold on. Let me have some of my coffee. Blake, you're great to have here. Because, silly, you're going to be with me. This is going to the opening will be about a half an hour, and then we take a break. We get some fresh air, but we're going to go through everything. Blake's not only hilarious, and I love when he's here. I'm very excited you're here because I feel like it's family, and we can just Family Guy the fuck out of bits when we want to. Is what I call it. By the way, Peter talked about I always make fun of people make fun of podcasts even before I did one, but Peter on Family Guy they said, Peter, he wanted to talk about something like, oh, it's not your podcast, is it? Of course I laughed hysterically. He has a podcast, all he does is talk about hats. He goes, and he named all these hats, and then he goes, and did I mention blue hats? He goes, that's my podcast. And I love when they take stills of Peter, which means they just hold the one frame of a cartoon for like 3 seconds, and it just is beautiful. If you ever want to enjoy Family Guy at another level, watch when the characters aren't saying anything, but they're still in the shot. They're just obviously they don't move them like a little bit, like people might stand still. They just freeze one picture.
Right.
It's beautiful just to see Peter standing there with like his dumb look on his face. His chin and his whole being, just probably not understanding what the other person's saying and waiting to say something stupid and not relevant and unimportant and naive and childish and beautiful. God, I wish I could meet him. He'd be good to go. I could go out with him.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't want to.
No.
Oh, but you, Mr. Agreeable?
Yeah.
Nah, not for you. He's too old.
That's right. Yes, way too old.
Yeah, me, I'm more like anyway.
Too handsome.
Thank you. All right, so listen, I saw, all right, here we go. Let's get through this. Let me take another sip of my coffee. Everything's good. I think I'm worried because, Natalie's here, and I don't want her to think, this is AM radio where we talk about serious stuff. But I haven't been here in a while, so we'll rip through this. By the way, I figured out 30 Rock does it for me. Just like Family Guy. They know how to push my buttons. It makes me in awe of them. Nothing like laying in bed and turning it. I've always liked 30 Rock, but it was the other night when I went, oh, yeah, you really like this. Does anybody else?
It's like a joke machine. Like it's just joke after joke after joke. It's great.
And
the characters are hilarious. That's the thing. Is the same thing with Family Guy. They're just hilarious characters, and you have them interact with each other. It's great. I just described television to you guys.
No, you didn't. So, Tom Martin once explained to me, and I think what you're saying is that with you can get so many jokes out in Family Guy because, well, sometimes in Family Guy they will, like Peter will say something ridiculous and they will react. Other times they don't. It's a fake world where he can say something outrageous and Lois doesn't have to react. But I remember once 10 years ago someone talking about that. I think The Simpsons does that or something, and you can't really do that in television. But 30 Rock does. Sometimes Alec Baldwin will say the most ridiculous thing that in real life, there's no fucking way you just say that and then everything goes on.
Right.
But they do that sometimes. So they can get a lot in, and it totally does it for me.
It's great.
Really does it for me. So there's that. Paul Schaefer on Letterman, smoked pot one night. I can't get enough of him saying things in the background. It's just pure joy that he gets to do what some people might do on a podcast where, hey, it's a little more relaxed and you have more time.
Yeah.
You have 4 hours, 3 hours, whatever your podcast is. And then Paul Schaefer gets to do it on Letterman. Just saying these things. Sometimes Letterman reacts, sometimes he doesn't. I love you, Paul Schaefer. I really do. Just the things he says, I'm like, I love him.
And he looks weird. Like, he doesn't look
How
like
dare
anyone.
you. Turn his mic off.
But he does look like, he just looks like a silly Like, it's just a thing where just like, oh, he's the most specific guy. Like, no one looks like Paul Schaefer.
There's only one Paul Schaefer. It sounds cliche, but what's cliched? Is that the right thing to say?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you're about to say, and then I'll let you know.
You have a very deep voice.
Pussy.
Oh, I think you're trying to make it deeper now.
Oh, no, let me get it out. Pussy. Go on, Todd.
We need somebody for wires on the studio. Someone that understands probably a little bit about. We had a guy that came in here once and did it. I want to rewire the studio. I got to clean it up, and we just need someone that understands how, because obviously there's the board, and then the mics go somewhere, and then the mics go over to the stage, and then we have this thing over here that controls our headsets, which I need another one for over when people sit in on the show. So if you're listening and you're a fan of the show and you would come in here and help us out with this, email me, and I would obviously appreciate it. I thought about something, putting people can do this. I'm going to give you even an idea to do it and see who does it good. You know the song, I'm going to live until I die. It's a Frank Sinatra song. Well, videotape yourself sleeping and play that song. Turn and sleep and do the best job you can to act you're in a deep sleep. You got to, like I say, you got to do it for about a minute and just you're sleeping. I'm going to live until I die. And then it goes black and you put the Todd Glass Show. And then maybe that can, put it on YouTube, and I don't know. I'm looking for my manager said try to get the word out.
We need more videos of people sleeping, Todd. It brings in the big bucks. I'm taking 10%. Make it 20.
Play it?
Good. Picture this. It's a video. Just tight shot on you sleeping. You turn, you sleep.
I'm gonna live till I die. I'm gonna laugh instead of cry. I'm gonna take the town and turn it upside down. I'm gonna live until I die.
Tighter shot of you
They're
sleeping.
Gonna say what a guy. I'm gonna play for the sky.
Sleeping
Ain't
still.
Gonna miss a thing. I'm gonna have my fling. I'm gonna live until I die.
Black, the Todd Glass Show, available
On Todd Glass Radio.
I got nervous.
Can I tell you something I've never told anyone in my life? I once, when I was in 6th grade, made a montage of my life, and then I wrote Blake Wexler 1989 to whatever the date was. So it was basically me when I died, and I never showed it to anyone.
Do you have it?
I might on an old hard drive.
Oh, I would love to see that.
It was the way. I don't know why I did that. I just I've always had an obsession where I want I want people to be so sad at my funeral. That I want them to be so sad, and it's a really sad montage.
People have thought about that, including me.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing to think, but I thought maybe I should tell some people listen, when I die, you better fucking really put some money into a video.
Oh, yeah.
I want music. I want an orchestra.
Oh yeah,
I want quotes from the podcast. Fucking make it look like I did something.
If my death doesn't ruin 14 people's lives, what the fuck was I alive for?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's why I thought of putting on my tombstone. Also, I don't want to be mean to. I probably won't have a tombstone because I'll just give my body to science, and I'm really giving it to science.
I went to high school with science. Who's science? You just give it. It's just your body is just propped up against, it's stuffed and propped up against the wall of a 6th grade science room.
Never thought about that. Oh my god, I could have a taxidermist.
How funny! Just Todd. That's Todd gave his body to science.
You know what I'm going to do?
I'm going to glass cases with the trophies.
Yeah,
the high school hallway.
I'm going to give my body to. You know what I'm going to do with my body? I'm going to have a taxidermist or whatever they can do. To do like they do for a deer, right. and then give it to Gary Mann and make him keep it in his office, and tell him that I would love him to do that. It would mean the world to me, and it's where I know I'd be the happiest at Comedy Central, or maybe put it in their lobby because Bernie Brillstein has a puppet of him that I think Jim Henson did. So when you go into Brillstein, right. Where I'm managed by, that's right, I'm managed by Brillstein. It's the real deal, motherfucker. That's my favorite curse word, I think. So. All right, so we got that.
Right.
I was going.
I like the idea of your actual body being compared to that of a puppet. It's so jarring if your actual full body was behind Gary Mann's desk or on it. You're just standing on it, pointing to at his scripts that he's reading.
Go read those. Might be nice. He might do that for me. Okay, so on my tombstone, I did think about this in a joking way because I won't have one. I don't want. if I had a tombstone, I guess if you had a tombstone, you wouldn't write this, but it would be nice if you just said, listen, I know you love me, go home, and pull a picture out of me that reminds you of me, and sit in your house and think of me. I'm just chopped up bones decaying here. There's no reason you got to drive all the way out to Whittier, and I know you do it because you love me. This would all be on there. Maybe I wouldn't put up
it's 45 feet tall, your tombstone.
Yeah, it's
You
very
have to
big.
fit everything on
it's
it.
very big. Well, maybe it's there's a binder with a chain with all the pages are laminated. And
So people don't steal it?
Yeah, well,
They
'cause,
chain it to the
people
tombstone.
would steal it. No, let's not, guys. Let's not joke around. This is not the time to joke around. I wouldn't put the part about I'm decaying because I don't want to make anybody. But I'm fine. I don't know where I'm at. But I'll tell you one thing for sure. We all know we don't know where we go. But I'm not in pain. I can tell you that. And my energy is probably somewhere. Go home. Look at pictures of when I was alive. And you don't got to drive out here to fucking Rancho Cucamonga, or wherever people, or wherever. Or Sarah Silverman said she'd put I'm cold. But I'm really cold.
That is so
please
funny.
Dig me up and put me in a parka. I added that last part. I always do a little punch up on Sarah's jokes. All right, listen, everything's fine. The help with the YouTube clip. I'm gonna live until I die. You know, I realized something. I love the emails. You know, when somebody has they even hear them complaining, like radio. Like I often give Preston and Steve a lot of compliments because they say when they do their live remotes, they like their audience. Hey, there's always maybe one person that might show up or two or whatever. The mass of their audience, they like. And I like that. And you know why? Because they're not stupid. And, you know, so I like the people that email me because it proves one of my biggest things was, I think crude is funny, and I think crass is funny, and I think vulgar is funny. I love crude, crass, vulgar. Can you be kind and do all of those? Yes.
Yeah.
You can be crude and crass and vulgar towards the people that you should be. And I love when somebody writes me the nicest letter someone just read the letter, go, is this from like a church group? And then at the end they go, keep getting that pussy or something. Because it says like, yeah, they get that joke. You can do both. And so whenever I get letters and they end like that, it proves like the most gentle, kind letter, and then it ends like that. It's like, yeah, that, you know. So there's that. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, we're gonna rip through all this stuff. I don't want to talk about that. Joe, I don't know how to explain the mashed potato bit. I did a bit a long time ago and made Jimmy Dore laugh so hard that he went into convulsions. I said, all right, it's not that funny. He goes, oh, it isn't? Oh, it isn't? He goes, I'll do it to you. And the bit was I had a big bowl of mashed potatoes, but the bit was I don't really want to give them to my guests because everyone's had their fair share of mashed potatoes. So I have a big bowl of them, and you can look in the bowl and see it's filled with mashed potatoes. And someone goes, oh, can I have seconds on the mashed potatoes? So you take the bowl and you cradle it around you, like with your arm, and you act like you're trying to get a lot out of there. You're like scraping and scraping and scraping, scraping and scraping. Yeah, there you go. And you act like when you're going in, you get it all to the bottom, and then you go in for the big heap because you've got a nice amount to the bottom of the bowl. You're not getting metal shavings, but you're pushing it towards the bottom. Someone's going to get a big...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then you act like even it's a little heavy, you know, and you reach in, and then you go to their plate, and it's like a pea's worth. Because obviously, you have not given them the amount that's in there, because you want leftovers.
And then what are they going to try harder? Try to get it? Like, they clearly tried as hard as they could, and that's all they could get out.
That's all they can get out.
That's all you're getting.
Well, they might go, let me see. I thought there were more in the bowl, but for this bit, they don't do it. So I do that to Jimmy. Jimmy goes, Todd. I go, oh, I knew it was funny. He goes, really? And then he does it. But he sells it better. I go, hey, can I get some more of those mashed potatoes? He goes, sure. Realizing inside he wanted them for leftovers later tomorrow. He goes, there you go. And he does it, and he does it. And he really, when he goes in for that, you know, when you scoop it all off the bottom, it looked like it was heavy. It looked like his hand. He like faked that there was weight. And he goes, there you go. He goes, let me get you a nice, I'll get you. He goes, something like some good, you know, it'll fill your stomach with some good love, you know. And he goes like that, and he really gets it, and he gets it, the big scoop, and then he goes out and he goes, and it was that funny. So Joe asked me to explain that because it was from an old show. See what I do, Joe? See what I do? All right, everything's fine. Video show blackouts. Oh, I did that already. Stephanie Parsons. Stephanie and Douglas Tilton. Thank you. Little PayPal money came in. I always use it for fun stuff. If you send it, I love it. And you know what? Some people go, this isn't the best way to get a lot of money through PayPal. It's okay. And if you don't send it, it's okay too. It's nice when you do it, but I get it. Some commercials come on TV, things I believe in.
Yeah.
Times are tight right now. If you send it, we do fun things on the show with it. If not, you don't worry about it.
And
It's all good.
I want to thank them too, because you did just have a regular pogo stick, and now they allowed you to put your name on it and initials engraved into the bottom. I'm sorry. I mean,
anyway, we're going to take a break.
It went to
You're
microphones.
listening
It
to
went
the
to
Todd
microphones.
Glass Show. We'll be back right after this. The Todd Glass Show live. It's fun.
I'm really sorry for saying that. I didn't know that.
Blake, seriously.
It's a fun.
All right, there we go. I get so nervous. Todd's been like filling his car with gas.
Yeah, Todd, really. With plus.
He doesn't usually get the plus. Once in a while I do that. I go, fuck it. I got a residual check. Get the extra good gas. Amanda. Remember I wrote you a letter, Amanda? Koster. I wrote you a letter, and then your friend said, oh, you're nerding out. You're not. You tell your friend to leave you alone, Amanda. Yes, it's you. Poland Plumbing. To George Carlin, I'm really giving them a plug. You know why? Every so often, you have somebody you need work around your house or something, and somebody that manages to do a good job, but like care. Like they're not trying to rip you off. And eventually, and this guy, Poland Plumbing, I used him for the third time, and I love him. So if you live in LA and you need a plumber, I'm not even joking. There might be 10 people. I don't care. That's nice business for this guy. Poland Plumbing, look them up. They were great. I know that's a weird plug. So earthquake. Somebody got it into my head. Do you have any earthquake stuff?
Yeah, I saw him a few years ago.
By the way.
What's this?
That type of joke deserves an orchestra. You're listening to Blake Wexler
On the Todd Glass Show.
All right. I asked him, I'm not joking, to George Carlin earlier today, I asked Jake about the same thing. Are you, do you have any earthquake stuff ready? And he goes, you mean like bits? I go, Jake, yeah, earthquake bits.
Should we just start shaking our microphones?
Yeah. I like how you knew not to shake it.
Yeah, I did.
It's sad.
Oh, there would have
been my
been...
part. You couldn't even do a good sound
You're
effect.
right.
Here's Blake goes, and he wanted to shake the mic, which the bit deserved. Like, I'm going to do it now because we're getting ready for it. But he wanted to go like, get my earthquake material. But instead, let me visually, because I know the mashed potato guy. Joe needs us to really explain this bit. He's like, I just figured out the mashed potato bit. Now what's visually going on? And Joe, I kid. He goes, you're going to wait for an earthquake. He wanted to simulate an earthquake, so he puts his hands towards the mic, remembers I don't like the mics being moved around, and he just, pets it. poor Blake Wexler. He's like,
the rest of your body.
Yeah. And it just shook your body.
Right.
You know what? It was just as funny. But what if it really was?
No.
You needed him, and meanwhile, I'm doing it. You're like, you stole the joke.
Oh,
you
my
son
God,
of
he
a
took
bitch.
my punchline.
All right, listen, everything's... Oh, I'm sorry. Earthquake. So someone got it in my head... By the way, I don't know what to do with an earthquake. I always want to run out in the middle of the street because I figure I can dodge power lines. I'll be very. I mean, you're up. You're very up and focused. Someone goes,
that
what
is
about,
true.
So it's like I want to I don't want to be in the house because shit could fall. I'm very nervous.
You don't know. See, I bet you don't want to be in your house because you don't want to see it look like a mess.
I'd rather go out into the street.
You'd rather get electrocuted by a power line.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I have done weirder things in a fire situation once in Philadelphia, and I had the fire department was knocking on our door. You have to get out of the house because there was a fire next door, and I put water in my hair and combed it and made my bed. I just sleep with the blanket. I just threw the blanket on. I don't know why. For all I know, that people are going to need to come in my house for refuge, and I don't want them to think I love it. Hey, is this the type of show we have? So someone said, do you have any earthquake stuff? And I didn't. Of course, now it's in my head. So I went and got 2 big cases of water, put them in the hallway closet. I bought a radio, and I put that in there with batteries, and I got a good flashlight. I put that in there. And then they said, you buy 4 or 5 boxes of granola bars. And I can't. You know why? Why can't I have earthquake granola bars?
You could eat those any time of the year.
I'll eat them. I'll go eat my earthquake food.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to replace it every day. That'll be my new life, replacing my earthquake food every goddamn morning.
Oh, my God. That sounds
horrible.
Yeah, that's awful.
So someone said canned food. I go, you know what? I will. I'll go get $20 worth of canned food, put a can opener in there, and then I'll feel all right. And it'll prevent having an earthquake.
Well, Todd, with as charitable, I'm reading this off the thing, with as charitable as you are, you'll just donate the cans to charity.
What? Wait,
I'm picturing you hold up a cue card for me to read something.
So sad. I go, Todd, I'm sure this is charitable.
You set it up with your cab food, yeah.
I go, shut the fuck up. Meanwhile, I'm like, point to the thing and
read it right.
Read it right. Is that what I'm like?
No.
It is, I think, a little. All right, so there we got all that. Now we're going to move on. Not yet. What time? How long have we been going?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Everything's
Ooh,
good.
Fresh.
Okay, listen. All right. You know what? Give him something. You hold it because he got to hold him tight. Blake Wexler, he's back on the Todd Glass Show. All right, listen. Here's the last thing I'm going to do, and this is not the serious side, but I feel like I got everything. By the way, if you ever emailed me and I didn't return it, it's because something happened and I erased it by accident. And it shouldn't be that many people. But I thought about it yesterday because I did erase one. Jake was over. He helped me recoup it. I go, that's had to happen by accident. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling you, I shouldn't admit that I answer every email. It doesn't make me look that famous. But but with voice activation on the treadmill, it saves my life on the treadmill. It's such a great thing for me to be able to do. And so, I don't know why I thought about that. Okay, here we go. I want to address two things. One is the Duck Dynasty thing. I got a letter. Well, here's the way I looked at it. I get it. I'm going to make this short and calm because I thought about it today in a short and calm way. It's not even that they said it. And also they said mean things about other people besides gay people. They said horrible, just about black people. It was just atrocious. And I'm not one of those people that goes like, oh, the right or the left. I don't even know what that is. I forget every time I have to ask people. I'm just issue oriented. Something comes out of your mouth and I react to it. I don't give a fuck. It's like if somebody, blows up my house. I don't want to know were they Jewish or black or gay? I don't give a fuck. You blew up my house. You blew up my house. So I don't give a shit. I do not care. Right, left. I get it. That exists. And I don't want to be one of those people. So many labels. But I'm telling you, anybody in my life knows that every time I have to go, who are the people that are this? Who are the people that are supposed to be open-minded? Who are the people, the right or the left, Republic? I don't know. Something comes out of your mouth and I react to it. I don't give a shit if it's from perceived side. It just came out of your mouth and I react to it. I get that there are a lot of things in gray areas. I get it. I'm passionate about a lot of stuff, and you still have to go, Todd, people have a right to disagree. But if our past moved as slow as you're going right now, we would never evolve. We would never evolve. The fact that that's in a gray area, the vile things that they said, and that people, I have to watch people, the same people that are stupid every time and the same people that are bright every time. And you might go, that's up for an opinion. No, it isn't. Not when history writes itself. When history writes itself, there are groups of people, every time the group is kind, they look good 20 years down the road. That's not why they do it, hopefully, but it's certainly a bonus. And I don't understand why that's in a gray area. That there's people going, well, you have the right to freedom of speech. I get it. And then some 17-year-old kid writes me an email that he fucking gets the difference. It's not ironclad. He clearly, crisply, intelligently explains the difference between freedom of speech and being able to say, basically the simplest way to explain it, yell fire in a crowded movie theater. And I don't understand why when you turned on the news back then, it was just sad to watch that it was a perfect time for the people that we always hear saying going right where they're going to go, to prove that no, when it's necessary. And then I gave Bill O'Reilly a little bit of credit because he said where they made their mistake was. And then I gave him credit, and then I instantly didn't because he goes, the problem here where I feel they made their mistake, the Duck Dynasty guy. And by the way, last week on the show I said who I feel bad for were his kids. I meant his grandchildren.
Right.
Because how bad does that have to hurt you in your stomach when your grandfather's spewing out that hate? And I spun it positively because I thought for the first time, or not the first time, at least those kids had the media that was brilliant because there were people saying kind things. They had them to go to for comfort. even though there were a lot of other people, but there were people in the media really from what I call frothing at the mouth of how gross that is and wrong it is. And if there's a kid, if his grandchildren are gay, then that had to feel good to turn on the TV and at least see some of that. So that probably felt good. But so Bill O'Reilly, he went into that one area and he goes, you know where they made their mistake? Because somebody said, you'd be surprised at Bill O'Reilly because but he went into a very isolated area and he went, here's where they made their mistake, something about damnation or something. And I went, okay, and I know the fact that he thought he had to go into and find where they made. How about the whole fucking thing? How about the minute the words started coming out of their mouth, the whole thing? But Bill O'Reilly, it's like that. Here's where they made their mistake. He had to go in with a little tweezers and a thing and a magnifying glass. These 3 words here. Really, we're not. It's 2014. It's 2014. And by the way, you know who's going to look the worst? The people that think. Nah. Okay, I said that. I just calmly want to say that it is a little embarrassing. They said it. I get it. It's funny. Whenever I say that, whenever the words come out of their mouth, you know, whatever it is, it's worth talking about because if it's not Duck Dynasty, it's something else. That's not really where I get too upset. I get it, and I'm a sane person that no matter what happens, and I am not a negative person. This world, there's a lot of good, decent, nice people in this world. There's always going to be negativity. But I would hope in the media, we're at the point now when that type of stuff is spewed out of someone's mouth. Like I have a silly way of saying it. I go, hey, how about that? After Duck Dynasty said it, everybody the next day, everybody, right, left, they were all pouncing all over it and go, well, it's 2014, of course. But you can't say it.
No.
That's sad.
For the people who, like, actually didn't think that was the most horrible thing someone could say, like, I just want to let you know what group you're associating yourself with. Cracker Barrel, which is just a real pile of shit. It's a rest stop. And they had pulled all the Duck Dynasty merchandise like after that, which is what you should have done. You know, it made sense. And then enough people complained, idiots, about like, oh, it wasn't that bad. What he said wasn't that bad. So they issued an apology for pulling Duck Dynasty merchandise off the shelves after that guy's homophobic shit that he said. So
and racist.
Yes, and racist. Yeah, right. Sorry. And
by the way,
racist,
if you're a woman out there, I'm not talking to the women that are out there that agree, but anybody who's, I said before, dealt with what it's like to be judged in the history of this world and now anything other than your character, and you're for what he said, let me tell you, if he said it about black people and he said it about gay people, let me tell you something, if you're a woman out there and you don't think that was that bad, not all women, the women that don't think it was that bad, an isolated group, not the women that are like, oh no, it's fucking gross, the women that are like, you know, any woman out there, he wishes you would shut the fuck up and make him a cake. He's not brilliant when it comes to women's rights either.
Oh, by the way, this horrible racist, homophobe, huge feminist.
Yeah.
Loves women's rights. Yeah, no, he's totally on board with that. But going back to the Cracker Barrel thing, my friend James showed me this picture of a thing, and this goes like, to your bit where if there's a sign, like a caution sign hanging over something, there's always a reason. It's like, don't dive into a pool that's 2 feet deep. Because it's there because someone fucking did it.
Right.
So they had to hang up a sign just saying, by the way, we appreciate we welcome all races since 1961, all creeds, all walks of life. Cracker Barrel has this hanging up over the thing. It's like, by the way, they had to hang that up because they didn't accept that at one point. Like, they don't just like, you don't see like a regular restaurant be like, oh, we love blacks, come right in. We totally love it.
Yeah,
it's like, I feel like they don't. Like, if they're like, overcompensating for something.
Right. It's like when a massage place we said last week has no sexual massages.
Right.
Probably you do.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a Burke Williams that.
Come right in. Won't touch your dicks. Not going to touch any dicks here.
Haven't touched a dick.
Nope, this hand has never seen cock. This hand won't. We won't touch it. Just honest massages, yeah.
All right. Okay, before we get too carried away, and I'm so close.
Yeah, sorry.
Did you
want to read that, by the way?
No, I don't want to read
it.
I want to then address one other thing, and I'll feel better. Hold on.
We're talking about Duck Dynasty, and then the letter from.
I want to talk about the Pope thing. You know, people are saying, you know, you have to give him credit, and then I got 2 letters from someone that said, well, he's not trying to be progressive. He's not. They're just changing it a little bit. They're not making such a big deal about it. And I said, well, they're not being progressive. And somebody wrote me an email, and a very nice person, and I want to acknowledge them because what's that name right there?
Michael Hoffman.
Michael Hoffman. Hold on. And they both made some really good points. but without reading their letters. And who is the first one from? And somebody else wrote me. Oh, and who's this from?
Roman Montero.
And sort of explaining
That's
that
a strong name. Holy
that's
shit.
a great name.
Make him Pope. That's the fucking coolest name I've ever heard.
They explained to me that's not what they were doing, and they're just trying to. Here's. I'm going to clean this up. I hope I am. I hope I'm not messing it up. Again, it's 2014, and it's not good enough. And I know that contradicts what I said, and I'll continue to grow. But what the Pope's doing, unless he's cradling every child's face and saying, you are healthy, you're fine, we made mistakes. You're not judged on your own stupidity. You can't throw 30 rocks at your neighbor's house and then get credit because you only throw one a year. You're not judged on your own stupidity. That's not how we make rules. The rules are not on a curve. Now, I get it. But the reason you might go, well, then why did you accept Bill Clinton when he said, don't ask, don't tell? I remember a lot of people going, that's his way of, you can only manipulate people so much, and that's the way of, we'll get to where we need to get. We're going to start with don't ask, don't tell. And why
did 20 years ago, too,
right,
20
years ago, and it proves that I'm not crazy. I get it, 20 years ago. But then we get to a point where we got to hustle on it a little bit, and when also the president has never gone down ironclad to have the answer and tell people where they're going to go when they die, and tell people they're going to, to beg for forgiveness. He might have not been as progressive as we wanted at times. We wish we could always move quicker, but the Catholic Church, specifically in any religion, some people get caught up because I never get, hey, whatever religion, whatever organized religion, they said horrific things, and it's not good enough to just get a little better. You have to, so no, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I can't be, because I get it, but you publicly said, horrible things. I'm only going to be impressed if you go that aggressive the other way. And I get it, it's a business and it'll crumble. I get why. If someone's listening going, oh, I want to explain to Todd why they won't do that, then I get it. I'm just saying that annoys me. I don't give them credit. And by the way, I'm in this all by myself a little bit amongst some of my friends. Not all by myself, but some of my friends, even my very intelligent friends, are like, going, well, you got to go slow. You got to, I don't know. When it comes to some of the things they said and the way they make young people feel, it's like, I don't know. I'm not thrilled with it.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I think it's better. It's not good enough. I think it's not good enough is the best way to put it.
It's not good enough.
Yeah.
So that's all. I don't care. So there's that.
Can I say one thing?
Of course.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
Come on, guys. Are you really serious? And by the way, I realize something as we go in for the close here. When it comes to change, and I'm probably repeating myself, it's never social. It's never political. It's never human dignity. It's any change. I started to realize over the past 10 years what people that have changed mind, it's anything. It's anything. It's the same. They're just as mad that they can't use the word fag as an adjective as they were when maids want to be called housekeepers. This is the same thing. Oh, what do they want to be called housekeepers for? When, by the way, my friend Dr. Kevin Seuss explained to me very intelligently why. I never knew why, but I went, I'm going to change like I always say. I'm going to gamble that I'll look good for changing. I'm too lazy to figure out why. You want to be called housekeeper? I get it. Maid carries a lot of, it's funny. The people that are out there that know what I mean go, I get it. Just off the top of my head. Maid and the connotation of it. Clean the word. Housekeeper's a profession. Maid is and then the same thing with the flight attendants. But they're the same. It doesn't matter. It's any change. It's not social. It's not political. The Redskins, it's just whatever it is. They just are done changing. And it's like, I don't know.
Well, also, it's like, if it means that much to that group, fucking just don't call them that. It doesn't, how much work is that for you? It's like, oh, but then I'm going to have to say a different word. I don't want to use a different word.
They're just exhausted.
Who gives a shit?
Right. And by the way, your history doesn't change. If I just listed all those things, most people, I bet, would be like, Yeah, you know someone in your life, and you could run down all those things I just said. Whether it's Jew me down, we go to a lot of or whether it's whatever it is. It's always like those people are like they didn't want to change there, they didn't want to change there, they didn't want to change there. If you change once in a while, it would look at least like you're not just caught up on change.
Right.
If you could say to me, "Fuck you, I totally defended this," but this usually it's right down the line. Don't want to change. Don't want to change. So all right, here we go. Hold on. By the way, I realized something. Never mind. I guess it's a no shit type of a thing. But like the tougher somebody walks, if they only knew, like we know how scared you are. It's like that, and I feel like so. Why would I be angry? Like that person. Look, I'm not going to give him a hug, but I realize if I was as spiritual as maybe I would like to be, it's like, oh my, you need a hug. Like you're not fooling anybody. The tougher you walk. The tougher you walk, the meaner you look, the sterner you look. People are looking at you. There's one person at my gym in particular that I'm thinking, I don't know why, but I fantasize to go, oh, you are petrified. He would go, what? I'm not petrified. Look at, oh my God, why would you think I'm petrified? Like I'm tough. Oh, no. Oh, to the maybe an idiot.
Right.
But anybody half evolved looks at you and goes, you're just... Oh, my God, every day I see you and you're scared shitless. Every day walking around the gym, I feel my heart goes out to you. You must be petrified, scared shitless every day. And you know the sad part about it? He's at the gym where he goes every day. It's probably the most comfortable he works here. I imagine what you're like when you walk down the street or go to a new area when you're, oh, my God, you're petrified.
They don't know how strong I am here. I need to walk big. They don't just, I can't even pick up. Give me something to pick up. I need something heavy to pick up to convey how strong I am, or people are going to think I'm weak. Do you remember, this has little to do with what you're talking about. It's my favorite improv technique now. It's like,
if you're going to do one of your bits, I'll be very upset.
It's not a bit. It's
I'm
not
kidding.
A bit.
Like you do a bit, like a bit, like nothing to do with this.
No. This has slightly to do. Do you remember when we were at Cantor's one night and we ate with Gary Goldman, and Gary was doing his new walk. He was like, guys, I'm debuting a new walk, and he kept like strutting around the parking lot where like he kind of walked like one of his legs was a foot and a half shorter than the other one. We were just like, guys, I got this new walk. How's it look? And he was just walking around, but like he would like keep like his right leg would pick him up like 2 feet in the air, and then he'd come back down and then just keep walking. He looked like completely lopsided.
I don't remember that.
It's a visual bit for an audio podcast, and I shouldn't have brought it up.
The mashed potato guy's having a nervous breakdown. I don't mean to call you the mashed potato guy. You're much more than the mashed potato guy. Okay, here we go. I'm deciding. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Hold on. We said about it before. Oh, by the way, here I don't say this with any sarcasm. I'm going to go back to one other thing with the Duck Dynasty thing. I really don't mean this with sarcasm. In other words, like, hey, how come there weren't any? There was. I just want to see some pictures. I hope someone can produce a picture. There were. I try to be fair. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm not. I always say my big problem is with organized religion. If you believe in a God and you just go directly to him, I don't think that's really been the damage that's been done in this world. But later we'll take that on too. But not today. But if a lot of people that were, people that religious people were really upset and angered that the Duck Dynasty people were aligning themselves with religious people. And there were a lot of religious people, I'm being fair here because, I'm not crazy about it, that were going, don't do that. Don't spew your hate out in the name of God or whatever. Stop doing that. Well, and again, here's the part, send me a picture, it would make me feel so good, and I don't mean it sarcastic. Do I think there's that many pictures? No, I don't. So I'm not being flippant and sarcastic when I say I'm not. But there's got to be one church where they were outside with picket signs saying, Duck Dynasty, stop spewing out hate in the name of us. We love everybody, and that doesn't mean change. It means we love you. You're fine. You know what I mean? Like some cool, to counteract, the other picket signs you see. There's got to be some church out there that went out there and did it. I'd like to see it. It would make me feel good about at least that one group of organized religion that said, yeah, we got to be out there. And said, we're not going to meet in here. We meet in here enough, and I read out of the Bible. For the next 3 weeks, we're going to go outside, meet here, and we're going to hold up signs that say, Duck Dynasty, stop, whatever, or whoever, whatever. You understand the gist of what I'm saying.
Reading how stupid those things that he said was, like, I'm just picturing this scenario where it's like, God, this guy, there's no way a human being is this fucking stupid. There's no way. I have to see what this guy looks like. And they show the interview. It's like a lot of lights and like, the camera's set up. And it's the interviewer, this professional reporter in a suit, and sitting in the chair being interviewed is an actual duck. Like, the guy is a duck. And it's like, oh, that's why he feels this way. He's a duck. His brain's the size of a golf ball and he has feathers. Like, that's why
But he's not
he feels
really.
this way.
What do you mean?
No, he's not actually.
He looks like a duck.
No, yeah, he should be. No, the only way someone would be that stupid is if they were an actual duck.
Oh, if you cut to a guy with a
they
duck
got to-
head.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what kind of fucking person would do that? It's like, oh, it's a duck. That's understandable.
Yeah, well, even a duck might know better.
Right, I think they would.
If
A
you have-
mallard.
If you have bread, Mitch Hedberg said ducks are, your friends.
Yeah.
All right, here's how we're going to go in for the close. And I know even some of my friends, like, this is talk about, I like Dr. Phil. Sometimes I question, like, why did he do that? But overall, what I really love about him, and it really does it fills me up, it brings me to tears when he defends children. And there was a show on today where at the first part of it, I didn't see the commercial where they showed later on. I would think, God, like, he's really being hard on this girl. And I'm sitting there thinking she probably has these problems for a reason. And then he went off on the parents. And it made me I was crying a lot because it was so interesting. And he goes, you're starting to figure out that I'm on your side, aren't you? And you could tell she was like, there was a reason that this girl was rebelling. And I'm going to repeat something that a lot of times when people, I'm not talking about, because I always go to this, because you didn't get a bike when you were 7. Some people go, hey, look, everyone has troubles. I get it. Look, I get there's in the gray area where you had, everybody has troubles growing up, and you still, I get it. Just because life wasn't perfect for you doesn't mean you should go out and,
You
do
can still
horrible
be a good
things.
person.
And I'm not even talking to other people, what you might do to yourself. This girl was self-destructive. Breaking into a home was one of the things that was not being used. It was like a home for sale, and they broke in. But most of her stuff was self-destructive to her body, self-destructive to her being. Even though people want to look at an example and go, hey, blah, 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 raised their kids with a lot of love and a lot of thing, and they turned out. But that's not the majority. That's not the majority of the time. Usually kids, I'm not saying kids that have great parents. There are one, hey, my nephew was one of them. He went off on the deep end. He was doing, a lot of drugs, and he's been clean for 3 years, and he's great. And someone could have looked at that and went, see, Merrill and Spencer, and my brother, I call them awesome parents. Not because they're perfect, because I need to let parents know there's no fucking such thing as perfect. I get it. So with all the mistakes they made as a parent, they were still fucking awesome parents.
Yeah.
And then their kid goes off, and it's like, is there any, some people would look at that and go, see, no matter what you do, it's going to... No. Maybe that's what got him back to safe. If you're in the gutter, and he wasn't, but if you're laying in the gutter and you think, and hey, some people will go bad and never go back. But if there's any chance of going back, and you're laying in the street, and you're in life, and you're on drugs, and you think that you had a good mom and dad that loved you, that might be your road back to recovery, as opposed to if you had parents that were abusive verbally or physically, or so it didn't. It wasn't all for nothing. And I know a lot of people that go through shit and end up making good for themselves. All I ask is that you go one step further for the ones that don't, and that you have empathy for the ones that don't. You have empathy, because sometimes people... Look, there's something very courageous about someone that has a lot of bad things done to them in their life, and then they make good for it, and they make it. They go on to be good people, and that's admirable, especially when you were giving such a shit upbringing. But don't let go of having empathy for the people that didn't. And I'm talking serious psychological damage from parents. I'm not talking about mistakes that the best of the best parents make. I'm talking about, don't let go of, because that's part of you. If you want to prove you're all right, you do have empathy. You don't go, I made it. You went through a lot of levels, and that's to be. And I have a lot of admiration for you. If some atrocious things happen to you, and now you're okay, and you're doing well, but that last thing, I want you to have also empathy. Don't look at other people that didn't make good for themselves and go, yeah, hey, I made good for myself, and I was abused when I was younger, and that kid should be able to. Guess what? That might prove that you didn't end up all right.
Yeah.
You might want to get that last thing and have empathy for those kids that don't end up all right. Because I love when people say, "Well, you reach an age." No, you don't reach an age. The information is given to you slowly. friends of mine and friends of friends, civil people, like they say that they go, yeah, and if you agree with them, you'll get more out of them. I don't, so I never get to really hear what they would say if I wasn't around.
Right.
And I always want to interrupt, and they go, and they put their shoulders up, and they go, hey, look, nobody has a perfect life, and I get it, and I feel sorry for that person, but you reach an age. No, you don't reach an age. If your parents are sexually abusing you, you don't just reach an age where everything starts. They should have been teaching you and flooding you with love. And if they were abusing you, no, that information isn't just in your DNA. And at 16, a capsule opens up, and it's taught to you. So you don't just reach an age. Kids that have all that happen and then still end up all right. Yes, that's when it works.
Well, that's incredible. Like they're
incredible.
saints. They're amazing. Like they're excuse me. Like they're the most amazing people on earth. And then the people who have amazing parents and still like will have like a hard time, like stuff that they do on their own. That happens despite being a great parent.
That happens, but less.
But 100% less. It's the exception where it's just like, oh well, it happened anyway. It's like it happened despite that, And then, like you said, the better parent you are, the better chance that they have to come full circle. As my voice cracks at the age of 19.
People should want to be great parents the same as they want to be a skier. Like you should want to keep educating yourself, and you want to be a great skier. You might never be, you want to take whatever it is that you love, that you put your heart and soul into. Want to be a parent like that. That's why I love what Sarah Silverman's sister does. I should tell you this and go, everybody does that, but nobody does it.
What does she do?
They have a therapist that they use once a week. They have an appointment. Sometimes they just go, the mom needs it all by herself. Sometimes the daughter can go all by herself. Sometimes the mom goes with the daughter. Sometimes two daughters go together. But it's, by the way, whether your problems are from when you were little, and then those are the difficult ones to untangle. I get it. The more damage was done when you were young. Sometimes in therapy it takes a while. But sometimes they're not. Sometimes people go, I had an all right childhood. My problems are mostly topical. Even for that. And I really admire that her sister does that. It's like, so how could that not be healthy?
That's awesome.
To once a week. And sometimes they go, you know what, we don't have anything. But you know what, usually there's somebody that needs to go in and untangle something. And sometimes they said the therapist can untangle it in a half an hour.
That's great.
So I really admire her for doing that. Now here's the last.
That's really fucking cool. I like that a lot.
That really is amazing. I was watching. You know what? I will say I was watching. What's Queen Latifah?
Yes.
I'm saying it wrong. Queen what?
Latifah.
Latifah. Mm-hmm. I said it wrong. Queen Latifah. Edit that out and make me sound like I said it right. I'm just kidding.
Latifah.
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah.
All right. I was watching some spiritual person on her show today, and he has a book out. I wish I remembered his name, but I didn't. And he said something that really he talked about meditation, and then she goes, I was really impressed with their interview, actually. She goes, I know meditation, it scares people. It always scares me. And he goes, it's not that big of a deal. I'm getting half of what he said right. He goes, listen, just every morning when you wake up, just spend a minute and say, something like, what is your passion? What is this? He goes, and by the way, don't worry about it. He didn't say it like that. He goes, by the way, don't worry about answering these questions. You ask them, and you'll answer them subconsciously throughout the day, which I really like that. It was like, take a minute. You don't have to sit and answer. Just answer. What is this? What is that? You can YouTube the show, and you can see the three things. But I think it was like, what's your passion? What is your? There were a few questions, and then he goes, and again, don't worry about answering them. If you ask them, you'll subconsciously answer them throughout the day. And he goes, and other than that, just go out there and be super nice to everybody. I was like, oh, it was so simple. And I thought of a way, and this is what we'll do. We'll take a break, and then we'll get some fresh air, that it's been working for me sometimes to remind myself. I've been YouTubing. Is that right? YouTubing? Is that what I call it?
Maybe YouTube. Googling. Sometimes you use YouTube instead of Google, so it might be Google.
No, I YouTube.
Okay.
So it is
sometimes
right.
you can Google.
YouTube's hipper and cooler, so you probably use YouTube.
Oh,
yeah, definitely. Are you looking up videos or
the hipper one? Which did you say the hipper one? What did you say? Which is the hipper one? Edit this out. I've been YouTubing acts of. Just today for the first time. Sometimes I'll tell you one that I go. You stumble upon them accidentally. Play the one from the baseball. Play this one first, and then I'll tell you. It's a good way to maybe.
Oh, look at that young Brewers fan. Now, wait a minute.
Oh, let me tell you what happens. This kid catches a ball, and they can't believe what's unfolding in front of him. I don't know if I should. I'll play it first, and then
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what happens. And this kid.
Oh, look at that young Brewers fan. Now, wait a minute. He is. Did he get?
No.
Oh, boy.
He is sour. He is sour. The Diamondback fan got it.
The announcers watching with their own play-by-play.
Huh? Oh, he's bummed
Are you
out.
kidding me? This kid's going to do this?
Oh, yeah. That is big.
Oh, my
right
goodness.
there.
He has no idea the camera's on him. There's a little kid that didn't get the ball. The bigger kid, who's only 11, gets the ball. And then they watch him. They're going, no way. He doesn't know he's on camera. They're going, are we going to watch this go down, this 11-year-old kid walk the ball over to the little kid? Here we go.
What a nice young man.
Well, he's got a Diamondbacks hat number. We have to get something for that kid in the red. I can't believe I just witnessed that.
That is
just
awesome.
You, young man, are a star.
Men are awesome.
The game would go on, Ian having given up his prized catch. But then a phone call. It seemed someone had seen his kindness on TV.
Pause. So he doesn't realize. You see the kid, his mom or somebody calls him and goes, you're on the big, like they're showing you on TV.
That is so
He has
sweet.
no idea. And you can tell him he's like this cute little kid. And no one told him, no parent told him to do it. And go ahead, keep playing it.
Being told right now that he's being praised on TV.
Yeah, he's big league.
He is
Late today, we met Ian too.
I thought it was the right thing to do. Like, I saw the kid, he was really sad, so I decided just to give the ball back. And my mom and my dad, taught me that way, so it's kind of just, natural.
Ian didn't leave that game empty-handed. Moments after giving that ball away, the announcers had a special gift for the fan, a baseball bat signed by his favorite player.
So they pull him out of the stands. They send security over to get this kid. They bring him down. They give him a baseball bat. They all sign it. And I was like, so I started. Was it YouTube?
Yes.
I started inner tubing. No, I get it so wrong.
Inner tubing.
I started.
You turned into your trunks, you rented a motorboat, and you went to a lake, and you started fishing yourself around.
Lake?
I'm sorry?
Now's not the
You're
time.
right.
I know your jokes are funny, but.
Well, you're correct.
Did you say I had a motorboat?
Yeah.
Oh.
Motor yacht?
Oh.
More believable.
So I started YouTubing small acts of kindness or amazing, any way I could put it in. And let me tell you something. It's very inspirational to watch, and it reminds me of what people say when you met Mr. Rogers, how decent and good we could be as a species. And I'll tell you, it will just make you the best cries in the world. And so anyway, that there we go. So I think if you YouTube some those small acts of kindness, it's a good way. It'll flush you out with a good cry, and I think it's good. Maybe that's be my way of meditating. So there we go. That was a long opening.
Real quick, after the break, I have a story about how I acted the exact opposite way of that saint of an 11-year-old giving that ball to a child.
Tell me now.
Yeah.
Tell me now.
I was, in my defense, I was.
You make me sick.
I am a horrible man.
No, you don't.
And oh, thank God. But when I was 13, I went to a Phillies game with I still had a niece and a nephew, because my half sister got married. So I went with those two kids and then their dad. And there was a foul ball, and I'm a huge baseball fan. I've never caught a foul ball before in my entire life, and I'm so excited to try to catch it. And then a 9-year-old girl reaches over me and catches it with her glove. So,
You're a real athlete.
she was right. And so she catches it with her glove, and I was just so upset. And then it kept getting worse and worse for me, where the news comes down and starts interviewing her about this ball that she caught. And then, my niece and nephew go, Blake, if you caught the ball, you could have been on the news. I'm like, I know. And then... and then a few innings later, there was another foul ball hit by my favorite player, Chase Utley, and it's hit, and I'm just like, I am not missing this one. So I kind of and again, I'm 12 or 13 years old. She's 9, 3 years old. I'm still a child, but too old to do this. And I kind of leaned my butt into her chest, and she kind of
push her over a little.
Yeah, so she was knocked out of position, and I caught the ball, and I've never been so happy in my entire life. So, if you look at it objectively, I made a 13-year-old boy very happy that day, but it was me.
You know what? You deserve it.
Thank you.
How did your parents feel about you after you did that? We'll take a break. We'll find out.
They robbed a baseball bat. Sorry, it's very inside baseball. I'm dying.
So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're gonna do. By the way, you know what I realized? Sometimes stress in your life is good because, by the way, I don't want to like paint a weird picture of me, but like I realize when there's no stress in my life and like let's say financially everything's working out all right and things are good, then I just lay in bed and think about dying. I'm like, I need a little stress in my life.
Yeah.
Like I do. I just think everything's great, and then I think so. Sometimes a little stress is good. It gets your mind off of shit. But I constantly do try to remind myself. And again, I'm never preaching. I heard someone say, about someone else that was trying to say something, and they went, "Oh, get off of your pedestal." And I went, I hope that never comes off. That's what I'm doing, because I always say on the show, I'm constantly reminding myself of, keep it simple. All the cliche shit, I get it, but it's implementing it. I get it. It's easy to say. I give no credit for saying it. I don't want any credit for saying it. Now, I will give myself credit when I implement it, and I'm proud of myself. But just saying it is just reminding me to say it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to break on this because this obviously affected me when I heard this. His name is Randy Pausch, and he was a professor, and he was about. The regular listeners know, but there might be someone new. This was the last speech he made at a graduating class, and he was dying of cancer. And I think about 6 months after this, he died. And so, man, there's somebody who gets what's important in life. And I just love this one thing that we isolated. We'll go to break on this. And then we'll go right into after this. No, that's good. We'll just play this, Randy Pausch, and it just. If hold on one second. So this is just so important. Get this and put it on your iPod or your cell phone or whatever, and play it every day because it just is so important to remember. He's talking about it's a good way to go through life and a good thought process to have.
Find your passion and follow it. And if there is anything I have learned in my life, you will not find that passion in things. And you will not find that passion in money. Because the more things and the more money you have, the more you will just look around and use that as the metric, and there will always be someone with more. So your passion must come from the things that fuel you from the inside. And in my experience, no matter what you do at work or what you do in official settings, that passion will be grounded in people. And it will be grounded in the relationships you have with people and what they think of you when your time comes.
And right after that, he walked over to his wife, and obviously he was, probably a little weaker, and he picked her up and he carried her off the stage. Talk about a good cry.
Wow, yeah.
All right, we'll be back. What is this? Oh, yeah. Can you play drums? Try to.
That's Gabe on the drums.
Really go. Come on. The serious is what we just did.
Gabe can do it all.
Is it weird I like my own jingles? All right. Here we go. Enough. Fade that out. Okay, our guest is Blake Wexler. Let's do it upright. Come on.
All right. I'm on.
Listen, Blake. We did have one jingle for you. Hold on, Jake. We did have one. We play all? I just want to do it big.
Yeah.
So why don't we start? Let me see this. Let me go. Can we put some reverb in my mic? Not yet. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Bring in that music, and maybe this is good. Blake Wexler's here today, everybody. Blake Wexler. No. It's not big enough. I'm sorry. This man comes in here.
Yes.
And I think we should do something, a proper intro. Oh, if Zach Galifianakis was here, I bet I'd fucking bring out all the, the
I was on
stops.
time.
Thank you.
And
that's your credit.
Yes. This next guy, he's punctual.
Play it again. Please, Blake, this is the only time I ask you to let me show you the respect you deserve. I sell it on. Hit it again. No! It's not good enough. Come over here. Sit down. No. Yeah, you can turn those lights out.
There are bubbles shooting out of multiple things right now.
I didn't want to do those yet, but
to George Carlin.
You saw it. We were going to keep progressing every time, go from this Bubbles to that Bubbles.
But bubbles are dope.
Now the Bubbles are dope. Don't try to use Carmichael. Is that his name? Who was the guy who said Bubbles are dope?
No, you're thinking of Gerard Carmichael. No, it's Jack Knight.
All right. Pay attention to the board. Less bubbles.
Less bubbles, more bored.
No, it's not. He deserves better. I like that you kept the reverb. No, not yet. I feel like he deserves better bubbles. I'm not being stupid, and I can't up the bubbles now because you see. Here's what happened, folks. I had Aristotle squeeze the little bubble machine. They're little bubbles the size of marbles, and then I wanted to do that, and then go, no, it's not good enough, and then go over, and then turn the big bubble machine on. You've never seen the bubble machine.
No, Todd, sit down. Like, it's okay. Like, I mean, this is a really nice intro that you're giving me.
Play it again. Play it again.
Okay.
Play it again. I think I have an idea. I was lying. It's not good enough.
I'm not popping bubbles, baby.
Shut it off. Shut it off. Shut it off. It's not good enough.
We're porking broads and popping bubbles.
Hold on, Jake. Blake.
Yes?
How can I... You want to keep coming in with the comedy. I haven't showed you a proper intro. Sit back.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, you're already... that's what you think. Turn the reverb off. This is serious. That's what you think of yourself. Oh, it's not going to get better than that. I'm Blake Wexler. Sit back until you get the intro that you deserve. This is embarrassing. And guys, I love you, but I said get it big, and now I've got to sit here and improvise and hoping I can pull something out of my ass to give Blake the intro he wants. And let me explain something so that I can break character. I did have a bigger bubble machine that I bought yesterday. So there's the little bubbles that you had. We've had that. That was our first hand bubble machine.
Aristotle has a bubble machine.
Yeah. Then there's the bubble machine that's mounted to the wall that people have seen. But I acted like but today I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell Jake. I didn't tell it. Well, of course you didn't know, Blake. But to be honest, Natalie knew because she bought it with me. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you borrow money from Natalie? Todd.
Blake, what did I say? I'm trying to show you your intro that you deserve.
Oh, but we're out of the bit. Oh, we're back in the bit?
Well, but I bought a bubble thing at the Grove yesterday. When I saw that woman with the handgun, by the way, it's a bit. Trust me. When I saw the woman at the Grove with the bubble machine, and it was bubbles the size of, would you say, little small, like volleyballs?
The bubbles that came out of your gun were huge.
How big?
I had
George Carlin.
To George Carlin, I had to pop them because I was fearing for my life.
Well, to George Carlin, so you got to take
George Carlin, I had to pop them because they were that big. I couldn't really see what was going on.
Well,
that is to George Carlin. They were that big that I did pop them so they wouldn't get my eyes.
But I also realized that I'm talking to Blake Wexler, who you could be, would you say maybe err on the hypochondriac side? So you could have been fearing for your life.
I am irritable. Yeah, I would say I'm an irritable person.
I feel like you deserve better. I really do. Let's try. Hold on.
Sit back.
Sit back. Okay. I feel like you know. I'm not going to just bring you out here, and The table is so soapy. It is soapy. Hey, your mom's soapy. No, that wasn't nice. After all my preaching of tolerance. Now I mean that in a good way.
She's clean.
Everyone knows your mom's clean. Thank you. Let's do it again. Here we go. Hey, can you play the trumpet? Come on, go nuts on the horn. Oh,
holy shit!
Thank you, Gabe.
Thank you, Gabe.
Blowing that horn a little so people know that, because one time I faked that I had horns here, but let people know. Do the thing with the horse. Do the horse thing. Is that the coolest thing in the world?
Yes.
You have to outdo him with your... It's a sound effects war.
That's objectively hilarious. Because here's the thing, like I was laughing in my head where, like, because I just met Gabe a few minutes ago. I don't know how anyone.
Did you know he was here with the horn?
No, because like that was the thing where you're just like, hey, does anyone here know how to play the horn?
I knew
and
you
I'm like,
would know.
why the fuck would anyone know how to play the horn? It's not like speaking or anything. And then fucking Gabe picks up a trumpet out of nowhere and starts playing the hell out of it. It was great. It was
I hope
hilarious.
people at home can hear how fun that was.
And by the way, to George Carlin, there were 3 separate bubble machines, and Gabe was playing an actual trumpet.
And I forgot to turn on the disco ball.
It was on for it was on for one of them. I thought you were hushing me.
No, that's how you vision me.
I feel kind of bad that I messed up the first.
That's not how I feel.
No, you didn't. Gabe, are you all right over there? Hey, if you ever want to go out of nowhere, we'll use it as a rim shot because there's a rim shot. But let's treat that. Do that thing on the horse thing again. We're going to let you wait and pray, and then when you feel it's necessary, it's like a rim shot. It amplifies the funniness of a joke. Like, do you have a one-liner maybe, or a fake one-liner? It could be a fake one.
2 out of 3 people suffer from diarrhea, does that mean one enjoys it?
No. Excuse me.
That's a joke Todd does in his ass. He doesn't do it anymore.
First of all, and don't do this thing where I'm not allowed to yell at you if you play.
You're right.
I'm
You're 100% right.
You can't make fun of someone that they're making fun of it in their act.
You're right.
Right? Now,
You're right.
But can I have a sense of humor? Nah, I'm not going to let people think I do that joke.
No, because that'll fuck up
I'm
the rest
mocking
of the...
that joke in my act already. Like, whenever I'm thinking of a shitty joke, I use that joke.
No, you do that, and then you do the thing with the microphone where you spin it around, which you're also doing, ironically.
You acted like they picked a real joke out of my act, and he goes, that's worth a loser sound effect. It is, he's right. His instincts are right.
Right.
You motherfucker.
If I did your whole sham wow joke, if I did your shit like 14, 15 minutes, and then he goes, wow, 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 then that would be bad.
Then that would be bad.
Yeah, but that was not an actual joke. You okay. We all get it.
Do this. Anything is like you go to a party and it's epic. Oh, you motherfucker. I wanted the other one.
So much more hurtful. No, the horse one's more hurtful.
I listen.
Horseful. Stop horsing around over there.
Right. Everything's good, which that means I need order, which isn't good. I shouldn't have. You don't need order. You know what? I forgot to do this. I try to keep the show inspirational whenever we get silly.
Todd Glass, back again in Washington, D.C.
I need
Todd Glass, on with Elliot in the morning.
Enough of that shit. It's my favorite thing to do, to tell him to play stuff and then act like I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? It's so much fun.
Todd Glass.
All right. Get the fuck off the shit. Stop that. Seriously.
Todd Glass.
You know what? Go fuck yourself. I want you to hear my name over and over again.
Washington.
Do you have another Blake one? Where the other? What's the other one we had from last time?
Wexler.
I made that one on my own, to be honest. All right. Everything's good. The more order I feel. See, it's funny. I need crazy amounts of order to then let loose and be nuts.
Yes.
So once I feel like this is all lined up.
Organized chaos.
Oh, thank you. You know what? We should come up with another name. Beyond organized chaos. Like, what would be more oh my God, there's thugs looking in here to steal. It looks like the thug and a nice family. I look at them both talking. It's a new sitcom. It's the thug and the nice family.
One thug, 2 parents, and one wacky household. It's one thug and 2 parents. They're gonna steal a couple of fucking cars.
Can you give him? Hold on. Where's that? Like, say that again. Do the same thing you just did. Only with that. It's the new commercial for the show.
He's wearing some gold chains. The other guy's wearing a sweater vest, and she has a pantsuit. It's one thug and 2 parents here on the Nerdist Network.
Nerdist, we're gonna make you happy. All right, that's a good song. I'm not even joking.
Play that song. Oh, wait, I don't want to embarrass you. I know something about the song that you. Should I tell it? You know what? It's
no, I mean, you brought. I mean, honestly, you brought it up. You might as well.
It's why you have a connection with the song, and I see it in your eyes. Can I tell them? I shouldn't. Should I not bring this up? Now I feel like a dick.
Todd, tell him.
You lost you lost your virginity to this song. Oh, why are you crying? This part here.
It's what they did with the kazoo and where they put it. They put it in my butt. They put the kazoo in my butt.
Should I turn this off?
Yes, turn it off.
No, should I? Are you serious? If you want me to turn it off, I don't give a shit. It's not worth the bit.
I mean, I guess I clearly really liked it at the time. I don't...
Make me turn it off. I think it's funny. Please beg me to turn it off. What?
You don't turn it off.
Oh, really? Are you serious?
Like everything.
You don't like it?
Turn it off. Turn it the fuck off. Not when you're still playing it.
I can't. It's enjoyable. I'm sorry.
Your finger is on the volume.
No, it's not. Oh, my God. Don't lie. Okay, do you all right. Do you
Be
really...
a friend.
I feel so much better now that you turn that off. Oh, my God.
Why don't you like it? I thought you were joking. I thought you were joking.
Wait.
You are serious. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't like to get you upset. You know what? This will calm you down. I sort of like this. It's nice.
Rudolph the fucking reindeer.
Somebody sent this in. Oh, wait, I like it.
Fucking shiny nose.
There's something.
And if you ever fucking saw him, you would even say, "Hey, that fucking glows."
Somebody sent this in.
The Dan Band made a Christmas album.
Used to laugh and call him names. They called him fuckhead.
That's not nice. I don't like to hear that.
Rudolph,
play that again from the beginning.
Fucking Rudolph the fucking reindeer.
Can you give him some drums in the back?
Had a fucking shiny
That's the problem. He needs drums. Give him.
And if you ever fucking
Hey, by the way,
saw
can I
him,
tell you something? When you dabble on... Can you turn this off? Because I got to talk to Gabe for a second. Give me a minute. When I... You all right, Gabe? You gotta you sit and you play. You need to play like a motherfucker. Like, may pretend I'm giving you $100,000 and now's your audition. So you got to overplay the drums
instead of $40,000 that you are paying him.
Instead of $40,000, that's why it's a lot more. $100,000. I don't really need to tell that. So really, okay, here we go. So what were we playing?
Rudolph the.
Oh yeah, play that again and give him some drums.
Rudolph the fucking reindeer had a fucking shiny nose.
Huh?
And if you ever fucking saw
I'll tell you what these musicians do.
You would even
I figured it out. They hold back on the until you give them more money.
You're right.
All of a sudden he's over there because the joke is I'm not giving him $100,000, but he figures I'll give him an extra $25,000, I guarantee. So he's over there. Play the way you played the first time, and keep in mind this is a show, so you have to do what you're told. What? Play the way you did the first time. What the fuck? He's over there dribbling. Is it like he has arthritis, and I'm making him play?
That's $40,000 money.
No, but he thought that this is $40,000 money.
Yeah.
But he thought once I did the bit, what if you were getting 100? I was a director. All of a sudden he can do this. Go ahead. Play it again. No, play Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph the fucking reindeer had a fucking shiny nose.
Now you're not even playing. Now you don't even have rhythm. Because I told him to play louder.
A little.
Jake, what's your name? Your name's
Gabe.
Gabe. To George Carlin, everything's a bit. I swear. I would never hide aggression behind like a bit. I would just say,
like
could
passive
you do...
aggressive.
Yeah, there's nothing grosser about that. Matter of fact, I remember one time I thought if I did that when dealing with somebody, and I thought about it later. I go, so it's all good, and I'm leaving this in because I looked over and I could tell you're like, dude, the speakers aren't facing you. I get it. And by the way, it sounds good. You happier now?
He said that and then pointed to.
You were always happy. Well, you didn't look happy. You look like you were crying like a pussy over there.
See, Todd, now you're doing it again.
I know. I feel like I can't stop myself. I'm incorrigible. What else do we have for Blake? I know he likes.
Great question.
I know he likes these things. Hold on. Turn on Bill Burr. Do you have Bill Burr? Do we still have a microphone over at his house?
Or do you still have that?
Yeah, we do actually.
Click, click, bling, bling. I like sounds. Play the phone sound. It works for this anyway. It doesn't really, but I love it that we use it for anything. Oh, okay, so we have the line. It's clean. All right, we got operator. Can we get a feed into the house right now? It's Bill's outgoing message.
Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr. I'm on fucking tour right now. Don't take any shit. Leave a message after the fucking...
Okay. Wait, let's take the bit another way. Oh, it's Bill Burr. He's doing his podcast.
Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr.
Turn it off.
Monday morning podcast for
Hold on.
Monday,
Every
January...
We'll do the bit.
Oh,
You'll
I thought
know.
you were talking to him.
No.
Yeah. No, here's what happened. In my mind, he's playing a Bill Burr thing, but in reality, I'm doing it, and I thought you were telling him to turn me off, that he had control over me.
Let me explain. First of all, that's beautiful, and maybe I only need to rehear it, but if I need to rehear it, there's two people out there that need to rehear it, and you're worth it. Even if 98% of the audience is up to par with what happened, I'm going to re-explain it, which I love that you thought that. I've done it. It's a great thing to have happen on the show. Because we're not really turning a microphone on at Bill Burr's. When I gave the sign to shut Bill Burr off, you're like, well, he would do that at the soundboard because
Jake,
he
shut him off.
Shut him off.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I'm him.
You're him. You're him.
I was so into the bit, I completely forgot. I lost touch with reality 100%.
Okay, listen, Jake. I do that thing. I don't know why it makes me laugh every time. Turn his mic on and then turn it off really quick. I just love to hear like 2 seconds of Bill Burr. Go ahead.
These fucking cunts.
Sometimes it's just the perfect time. Do it again. Try to even do it quicker. Turn them on and off.
The Bruins.
That brings so much joy to me. You know what else brings so much joy to me? And I'm not even joking around. I'm serious.
Rudolph the fucking reindeer.
All right, cut that shit. Fucking bullshit. What do we have, a stupid show now? All right. Okay, I gotta forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Okay.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
You're good.
No.
I'm not sure what this...
play is jingle. What if that's how I pacify them? Play Aristotle's jingle.
Aristotle.
It's nice. I make something for all the kids. They all get their own jingles.
It's our gifts under the tree.
I don't know about the co-producing. Tells me, turns reverb on every 30 minutes. And then he picks shit out of his pussy. That's what Katie used to do. That's what Daniel said.
You haven't updated your insults. And then he plays with her tits. I don't know. I'm very busy.
I need to have someone punch up my podcast insults.
All right, we need to change genders and then change genitals, and then they still work. And he picks stuff out of his dick. There we go. Perfect.
That's Blake helping
$10.
me punch right.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Maybe you should. That would have been a perfect. Do that line again. We'll edit it out. We won't really, but I love the bit. We'll edit this fucking out. We'll make it come in. Can you give me that line again? And we'll do a clean in. Come out here and then come right in. We'll make it look like it never happened again.
Hey, you switch genders, you switch genitals, and he picks stuff out of his dick. That's right.
So forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Mm-hmm.
And you're great, Aristotle. You're doing a great job. I'm good to see you here. Everybody's great. I'm in a great mood. I'm happiest now. This is my happiest I can be. Hello? Thank you. I like a little reverb. It sounded like I had something to say, but I didn't. No, this is when I'm at my happiest.
Yeah.
It certainly is, like, next to stand-up comedy. I love stand-up comedy, but this is a lot of it. Look, I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's a lot of intense fun, because you're all sitting around. Your phones are off. You're treating the interaction between each other amazing. It's just it's always reminds me how much fun it is.
It's podcast world.
I know I shouldn't be speaking about it during the show, but that's what I do. What's this?
The Todd Glass Show, voted #1 by the Podcasters Association of America.
Is that true?
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
That is
Thank
prestigious.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It is great.
I take the accolade.
Remember when we did the bit where you called me and you invited me to the podcast awards?
Association of a festival.
Yeah.
I have the message. Oh, I don't know if I should play this or not. Are you embarrassed, Easy?
No.
I have the recording that you left on my phone.
Oh, when you...
Right after you thought the Podcasters Association of America, you were congratulating me and you were so excited.
Okay.
And then you started to cry. Do you
All
mind
right,
if I play it?
I don't think it was that bad.
Call him up.
Actually.
Now, just Natalie, so you know what we do here. professional show. You know, we don't always have the right sound effects. We try to. It's not a joke that we don't have them. But we're making a call. You got to play some shit. And it makes people think, it's serious. Okay, we're going to
leave a message after the tone.
No, don't. We need more than that. Hold on. Let's do a few hang-up things. Any phone shit. Don't fucking matter. Calling. Oh, we're doing a bit. It involves a phone.
But you are really going to play the message that I left for you?
Play.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Todd, I am literally hyperventilating. We literally got nominated for the thing, and you're gonna have I'm your plus one. I can't believe it. I'm just so fucking proud of both of us. I have to go buy a new thing. I have to buy new shoes. Bye. Boop. That was worse than I thought it was gonna be.
You know what? It was nice. You're not gonna believe this though.
No.
Well, you're not the only one. Jake called me crying because he thought that I invited you as my plus one. He heard he's crying. Literally, like it sounds like a parody of crying. Like he's flubbering. And all because he thinks I'm going to bring you to the You know what? I feel like, by the way, I'm going to swear to God now so you know that I'm not lying. I'm swear to God.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want this type of show where I play shit you guys don't want me to play. Would you rather me not play
Jake,
this?
It's probably not. It's up to you.
I guess okay.
Okay, it's real.
Please leave a message after the tone.
God, Jake, I know you, is gonna come.
Stop it. Pause it.
That's
hold on. No, I'm pausing it. By the way, the same thing just happened again when I told him to pause it. He didn't realize he was like pausing himself. But I think that did make sense.
Yeah.
I feel bad now. Would you rather me not play the rest of it?
I'm pretty vulnerable at that moment.
I won't play it then. If you don't want me to, I won't play it.
It's all right.
You sure?
You know, it's a comedy podcast. So
you can't really hear what he's saying, and now I'm getting paranoid because we can't hear what he's saying. Is it still worth playing? He's just crying so much. You understand a word or two here and there?
Right.
All right, just play the rest.
I get angry sometimes when I cry, so I'm sorry.
He's so upset.
Please leave a message after the tone.
He doesn't even work on the podcast anymore!
Jake, it's me, Blake! I got the plus one, you piece of... You're just a sound guy. I'm talent.
Pause it. I can't listen to that.
I am really embarrassed that I burst into his apartment like that. That is breaking and entering, and I feel like I was being rude. So, Jake, on this public forum, I want to apologize for doing that.
I have to pee.
It was a while ago. So.
Do you actually? Well, we can. I mean, you could have just said we'll take a break.
First of all, let me also say this: that bit, I had to pee a little. Oh, thank you. Maybe the little horse thing. You know what I mean? I think that would be perfect. Like for that, it would be. I just like that. To me, it's amazing someone can do that. Play it again. Someone decided they scored a movie, and that was the thing they did when the horse neighed. And then guess what? They picked the right fucking thing.
They did.
Whoever did that should have. They probably got a nickel back then.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, back to the thing. To hear you bust in the room, it made me have to pee because I had to pee a little, and then when that, I just think of the dysfunction in that friendship.
Yeah.
That if there was in real life, you burst over to his house, you have no civility, you just go, "Hey, he's bringing me," and he's on the phone crying, and this is what I deal with.
No, because I knew he was going to break down. So right when you told me,
of course.
I camped out outside of his apartment.
You're not nice, right?
Oh, I'm a piece of shit.
Well, you don't need to do that.
No, but I needed to rub it in. It's not enough that I'm going to this beautiful award ceremony that exists.
You know I like to end. You know I like to not have things nice.
Yes.
I also was very, very impressed, especially that you found piano music to play in the background.
Right.
That when you called them back and you said some very nice things the next day, and I also have that message, and I think it's fair to play it. It was very sweet. You got so sentimental, and it was so sweet, and you got a little angry at the end for a second, but then you caught yourself. So. I thought it was very nice. Can you play phone effects so people think this is...
Please leave a message after the tone.
Thank you.
Hey, Jake, it's Blake, and that's not I didn't mean to have that rhyme. That's just our birth-given names. Jake is short for Jacob. Anyway, I just want to apologize for breaking through your door and causing damage.
Is that who's playing piano in the background for you on this message?
Oh, my roommate Chris actually just learned how to play piano.
Oh,
so
that's
he's
cool.
practicing. He's actually gotten very good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Could it be your grandmother with arthritis and it hurts her? No, that's not nice. Anyway.
Here. Can you play? I'll be the grandmother. No. I want to do this real quick. Can I just do it real quick?
Feel
What that
bad.
sound like?
You make her play.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to play.
Yeah.
But you want her because you're calling. You go, play, Grandma.
Yeah. Okay. Here. Wait. So here, you call him and your grandmother's playing, so I could be the grandmother.
Okay. So you want? Oh, wait. I'm not.
So you call him, and then now you're apologizing for not bringing him, and then your grandmother's playing in the background, but she has arthritis.
Oh, okay. So I call him.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
great. And then I'm your grandmother.
grandmother.
This bit I made you play. You didn't want to play. So this is okay,
right.
Cool.
Yeah. And I'm your grandmother.
Okay, go ahead. Grandma. Oh, let's get into it. Grandma, please play when you hear the phone.
Yes.
And
Please leave a message.
Of course, sweetie. I'll
start
play
playing.
the
Start playing
old
now. Start playing now.
Please
Start playing
leave
now.
a message after the tone.
Now. Okay, I'm talking. You can't talk while I talk. Hey, Blake. I mean, Jake, I'm sorry. That doesn't help when I'm calling to apologize that I said the wrong name. But
Bobby, my fingers hurt. It hurts striking the keys.
okay. If you don't want to play, you don't have to play. You say you miss playing the piano.
I'm hard of hearing, but I can still hear you because you're yelling at me, Bobby.
Okay, stop playing. You don't have to play. I don't want to seem cruel.
They hurt.
You're okay to play? All right, call back.
I feel like this got too mean. I don't like doing it anymore.
You know what? So I do that probably 15 times a year. You get caught in a bit. You know what it is? It's not. It's no big deal. I always say it's not funnier than it is mean. So you start going, oh, the poor woman. And
Right, exactly.
Maybe we're wrong though. People at home, maybe you just go all the way.
Yeah.
No, maybe not. I throw
so
more
much
shit at you.
Yeah. No, she breaks her fingers.
That was the meanest thing I've ever done. I love you, Blake, because that was so mean. And it's not the atmosphere that I want around here at all. I swear to George Carlin, I'm being honest. Boo, boo, boo. But it was funny because it was just so wrong.
Because I
think it was innocent.
I got tripped up on a word,
and
I've never seen someone get so quick. Just so quick. That literally violates any feeling of trust or safety around another person. It's like, oh, really? You can't talk into the microphone on a podcast?
How do I make it up to you?
No, you making that joke made it up to me.
It did.
Yes.
But I genuinely don't like that I did that. Because
it's hilarious.
Who's going to be comfortable in an atmosphere where when you bare your soul of silliness,
right?
You don't punch. That's why I never make fun of audience members. I've said this. I'll make fun of shit for people.
Yeah.
But I never make fun of someone's laughing in an audience, especially when I'm positive that they're not doing it just to get attention.
Right.
Which is 99.9% of the time. Someone just has a unique laugh. They're genuinely, I never make fun of it because that's what I want. I always turn to the crowd and go, hey, folks, I'm not going to make fun of that laugh. I want you to be in that silly space.
Yeah.
Reward the silliness, and then I do. So, anyway, I hope you can find it in your heart.
I'm just silent for the rest of the... Here, do the... Just one-word answers for the rest of the podcast. Yes?
Are you having fun?
Sure.
You seem upset.
Scared.
Let's take a break.
Fine.
Oh, I feel I know what I did now. You're not being yourself. The old Blake that I missed. The silly Blake. The fun Blake.
No.
Well... I feel like...
Help.
Oh, my God. That's going to make me feel... You can go back and do it.
Sad.
That's going to make me feel... Oh, my God, Blake, the things you're saying are making me feel horrible. You just said help.
Hurt.
All right, hurts at least you're talking to me. Help is like you're in a room with a crazy person. Well, damage is not.
Unconfident.
All right, I don't want to. I feel like I don't want to put it on you. What can I do? I put you in this. You're not being. Would you say you're not being yourself?
Yes. Leave.
Me or you?
Forever.
Oh, Jesus. Maybe we can...
Cry.
Do we have anything we could play?
Die.
Wexler.
And I'm back, baby. The confidence is back. A jingle played, and I'm fucking here to stay.
Oh, you want more? Can you come over here for 1 second with that horn, please? Gabe, the horn is an amazing instrument. You know why I realized for people at home, you don't. And can you walk right over to him, please? It's such a
play it right in his ear so he can't hear himself talk.
Please,
because that's what it sounds like.
Did you tell him what I was going to do? You think I'm going to go, shut up. Jake, I told you to keep your big fat mouth shut. I told you not to fucking tell anybody that I was going to play in their ear and try to make them deaf, and you fucking go out. You got to say something. Okay, not into his ear, but like the reason I think the hornet is an amazing instrument. Number one, you don't get to hear it that often. And it's really an amazing instrument. There's a lot of volume coming out of that. And then he walks in here, he looks like a derelict. And I'm kidding. He looks at you like, do I look like a derelict? No, he looks very soft-spoken, and he's very pretty quiet person. And then you pick up the horn, and it's fucking like, it fills the room. So it's not electric. So it fills the room. And then I throw a little reverb in there, and I bring it home. But I want to get you back into the silly mood. So could you just play
I'm in
air?
I'm in it.
Oh, we're going to get it even more. Can you play the silly music? Oh, silly music one more time and play right into this area. I just want to enjoy it. No. The music for him to play to.
What silly music are you?
I'm sorry, I should have been more clear. The one we did before. I play the silly music. There's 800 stupid silly things we do on the show. I expect Jake to understand. Play the silly song. Well, Todd, that's our whole catalog. You know which one I'm talking about? The 50.
I don't.
The one we kept playing. Now
with
you
the
might...
kazoos and the commercial, right?
Thank
for
you.
the.
There we go.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Cool.
Okay, here we. I'm putting a flashlight on him now. We have the whole room pitch dark. We love Blake Wexler, because Blake Wexler's a guy to be loved. He's on the Todd Glass Show. He's on the Todd Glass Show. Look at him sitting there drinking a beer. It's Blake. It's Blake Wexler. Can I get some reverb? It's Blake. That's why it wasn't good. I blame it on the
here it
reverb.
comes. Here it comes.
Here we go. Oh, Blake Wexler. Blake Wexler. Blake Wexler. He's Blake Wexler. Now you were a little pitchy there. You're a little pitchy at the end. Thank you for laughing, and I know that's cheesy to say that because obviously I have the worst voice in the world. Even if I'm trying to talk a song, it's not going to be painful but still hurt a little. That was a nightmare. He's the only professional musician in the room. But
exactly.
That's a little
but you're
pitchy.
right. It's a little pitchy. Because that's specific enough, like, oh, I don't like that. But it's a little pitchy.
Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned.
But
Blake.
Aristotle's never been...
Aristotle.
Do a big... never mind. I caught myself. Ask me what I was going to talk about later.
What are your sins, my son?
Here's the thing. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
And because I really do have to pee. And to George Carlin, I am going to pee, but I'm going to work it into a bit. I feel... Never mind. I'm sorry. Here's what I'm going to do. I was going to ask you to take over the show, but it's a hard... Do you think?
I can...
I mean, it's... Do you feel like you can take over? You really do?
Yeah.
Because last time, you have to admit, you got a little nervous.
Well, I feel like I'm more seasoned now.
That's what I thought.
Right.
What
more
I
seasoned.
thought.
Yes, that's. You think so? You think I can do it? Also, right? You think I can do it?
Well, it's. Last time
I feel like
you got nervous.
Yeah. Right. Now, I mean, it's a big pressure
Talk
situation.
about your day. There's no rules. I think that's what you got nervous.
Right,
you were trying to. Well, Blake, you're doing what you did last time. I'm trying to explain to you, and you just say right over.
I'm just thinking about doing it.
Well, but I think you got it in you.
Okay. Yeah.
You seem like you're getting yourself worked up.
I think so too. I'm fine. I'm just fine.
And you used to have your own podcast, so.
Oh, you fuck! Thank you.
It was canceled. They canceled it.
But you had.
You know what I think we have to be for this bit to work? You have to be more confident. We're doing it, right?
Oh yeah.
Because you're like, oh yeah, totally.
No, I can totally do it. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Sure. Yeah, definitely sure.
Talk about having your own podcast.
I used to have my own podcast, actually. Right. Yeah. I mean, I haven't done it in a couple years.
Overly
but
aggressive about it.
Fucking. I used to.
You're mad that I even insinuate.
My ratings?
Are you? You're mad that You're mad that I even insinuated.
Are you?
But normal man.
You bring me on.
Like Todd. Come on.
You bring me on your podcast as a guest. You think I can't host my own? But this is easy as
I'm
shit.
sorry. That was an insult.
Seems like he's got it.
I can fucking do it. Come on, go piss.
You can't.
You know what, Todd?
George Carlin.
Todd, seriously.
I want him to.
Todd, I got
do
this.
this on his own.
Todd, take a shit. I don't care. I can handle this.
To George Carlin for the bit. Sounded like I meant to George Carlin, don't help him like I really don't want. To George Carlin, I shouldn't have used to George Carlin because it was in the bit. I swear, no. I mean, I don't.
I just got dizzy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got really lost in this bit. No, I'm not actually. But okay.
So anyway, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I fucking got it, man.
The reason because we got a little sidetracked. I want to apologize because you're right. Like I'm asking you, it's like, can you do 6 minutes of comedy? Like if you were, and you're like, I got this.
Todd, you've seen me do.
Shut up. You don't need to talk to me anymore about it. I'm apologizing to you. Take over the show, and I'll be back. I have to pee.
All right. I got it, Todd. All right, Todd. All right, I'll see you in a few. This happened today. There's plenty of things today. The weather happened today. Just Natalie's here. Just gonna play cool. Natalie's here. Everything's fine. No one's here. Everyone's here. No one's listening. Everyone's listening. Here, we're here. We're everywhere. You're there. You're where you are. I'm where I am. They're where they are. Fuck. There's things happening. All the things. We're here. Everyone's here. The sports. I haven't played sports, and everyone's fine. Everyone's good. People aren't good. People are suffering. I'm doing fine. I'm suffering. Wheel of fortune. Wheel of fortune. My fortune. The fortune cookie. I'm allergic to certain things that happen right now. I just wanted Natalie to be as good as the thing I fucking flew. It makes it so much worse. Now I have a trumpet heckling me. It's a brass instrument. I don't even have a woodwind.
Alrighty, sorry. How'd you do? Is everything all right?
What? Yes, it's all fine.
Job?
Yeah,
What'd you do? What'd you talk about?
I crushed that pussy, baby.
No, did you really do it good? You felt good about what you...
Yeah. It's just hot in here. Sweating from the hotness. Sweating from the heat.
Because I don't want to make any edits this week, and if it didn't go well...
No, please keep talking. I mean, you can keep talking. It went well,
No, Blake, look at me. I'm serious.
Yes?
Hold on now. Blake, give me your attention here. I have a very busy week. I can't edit the show. I have to give him editing notes tonight. Did it go really good?
No need for notes.
It went... Guys, did it go... And guys, you lie for him. You really lie for him. Did it go good?
Flawless, Todd.
No, hey, look,
went great.
Hold on. What are you? You're doing fake voices off the side of the mic? I can see that was you.
Why would you say
it's still for the bit. I don't care. It still works because you're lying.
Yeah.
You're lying to me. So you tried to make it sound like you don't think I'd look in your area. So you just went, oh, it was awesome. Oh, an audience member who I didn't.
He did a good job.
All right, so you did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I trust you. And okay, thank God we have a safe word. Do you look at me? You work on the show. I don't mean to doubt you.
Well, that's
but
fine.
You swear to God that it was awesome?
Todd, he did a good job.
On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you give him?
11. It was great.
Oh, my God, that's so good.
Oh,
right?
so he really did a good job. Now, Natalie, I know you don't have a mic, but if I can just give you, if you want to yell out. Now, Natalie, look, and I sometimes these guys, they feel bad for a guest.
Right.
Would you definitely give it a scale on a 1 to 10? What would you give it?
Oh, my God.
Well, you know what? You're in the business, so you get enough about. Okay, all right, cool.
10. Yeah, 10.
And what about you, Aristotle?
You know how good he was? I'm going to take these fucking coasters I got you, throw them in the trash, make some for the Blake Wexler show.
That's great. You don't have to throw the previous ones away, but you can just make other ones.
Because I'm not worth it anymore. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take those fucking coasters I got you. Not like you could go, and I should get Blake a set too.
Yeah,
because you know what they are to me? Those coasters are shit. They were given to a wasted person.
I don't want people knowing that I was associated with you. Yeah. The Blake Wexler show, that's what's in.
Yeah. So,
Meanwhile, I pissed my pants.
Like, I was in there laughing so hard because you did so bad. You were like, you didn't even... Sports. Like, obviously, you've listened to radio a lot over the years, that guy, the guy that was faking it. You didn't know what to do. You had nothing. You're like, sports, because you heard sports radio.
Said sports at some point. There's sports out there.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, and I have caused... He waits every... There we go. We're giving an ovation for beautiful comedy unfolding in front of us.
Oh my God.
The fact that Aristotle waits every time and I'm never ready for it, and he goes, "Amen." I think he goes, "Amen." Forgive me, Father Rhymes. Amen. The first time it was funny. The second time, it's just because I forget every time.
Yeah.
All right, now this time I'm going to be ready. But I have sinned, and last week Henry Phillips was on the show. And we were talking about...
That's an honest booking. You don't have to feel... That's not a sin.
Wexler.
You know what's so funny? That couldn't have been a better bit about Henry, because that's the exact type of bit he would do. This dry sort of, "Oh, Todd, I don't know if it's a sin to have,
He's so fucking funny. Anyway.
We were talking about bad song parodies. Now, listen, there's no doubt most comedians I know love song parodies. Even if you don't think they would, there's something. Look, they are not popular for no reason. And over the years, there have been song parody guys that I have really, really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And then there's just I think you could say there's guys that did it well, and there's guys that maybe didn't do it well. Well, so he said, the guys like Wasting Away and like Diarrheaville.
Right,
so it's
right.
I'm like, do you think somebody ever did that? Did somebody do that? And so then I think somebody had to do that. So I YouTubed it. I couldn't really find anything. And but then here's where I got really. I know. I'm going to play this. So then Lynn, I asked him. I was getting ready to lie without my permission. Ooh, when I get a hold of him. Did one.
You looked at your watch, but listeners, Todd looked at his watch as to when he would get a hold of Lynn.
Yes.
When I get a hold of him.
If he's up right now, I can't believe it. He put it on the board without my permission.
Yes.
So this is the part where I, maybe have another drink, before we play this, because I really want to get silly with this.
Of course.
So why don't we do this? Hold on. What is this? No. What is this? What is that?
Who can turn the world on with her smile?
Aww.
We never went to a listener's house.
Take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile. Well, it's you, babe, and you should know
Now,
it.
she does it better, I think. What does she do here? She fixes it up a little?
Turn the world on with a smile.
Oh, Joan Jett.
She's the lead singer of the band Jet, right?
Yes. Hey, seriously, did you lose your virginity to this song? That's not funny. Please stop playing that shit. No, that's actually not. That's my bit where I play it myself. And Blake sees me reaching over with my big fat hands playing it, and then I go, "Please stop it already." Seriously, don't.
Stop playing that shit.
Yes. That's true. Stop. So there's that, and Joan Jett was singing. I actually liked her. Version of it. What's this?
Rudolph the fucking reindeer.
All right, stop it already.
Was that Joan Jett?
I don't know who that was.
She's working Jet Blue.
I feel bad. This guy's...
That's Joan Jett swearing during her song. She's Jet Blue. I'm sorry. I just laughed real hard at what I just said.
It's okay. You know what? That's good. When it's real, it's okay. Yeah. Not some comedians that fake laugh after their jokes. That I can't take. When someone really cracks themselves up, it's good.
So I was at Quiznos the other day, and... Well, so you're laughing at what you're about. You know what you're about to say.
Well, I always think those comedians should pay the cover because they're having more fun than the audience.
I agree. Did you pay those 2 drunk minimums?
2 drunks minimum? I got it. I don't like it. What is this guy's trying so hard? I relate with this guy. I found this clip on YouTube. He's really, he's doing an all right job. He's got his guitar, and he likes when it starts and stops up again. So he plays it on his bass, and he goes, boing, and then he's having a good time.
Okay.
I relate. He really is. I want to like it.
You can shake an apple off a tree. Shake it, sugar, but you never shake me. No, sir.
You're dancing?
Here he comes.
I'm gonna stick like glue. Stick because I'm stuck on you.
He loves that part. And so do I.
My fingers through your long black hair.
What is this?
He's singing on the guitar. He's got the bass.
Yes, sir.
gonna stick like glue.
Here comes his favorite part in mine.
Stick because I'm stuck on you.
Okay, this is you. Your mom sent it in. This is when you're 13 years old.
My voice is very deep.
I mean, you're 18. Oh, you fixed the bit.
Yes.
Stop with that shit. Seriously, I'm
Todd,
not in the mood.
If I send in a little piece of music and it sounds cool, will you play it, if you know what I mean? Maybe I'll just send it in to you for free.
Yeah, I'll play it no matter what, Mrs. Wexler. You don't have to do anything for me if you play.
I
do the thing where you ask things that I'm gonna definitely do. Like I'm a waiter, Megan. I'm a waiter at a restaurant, and you want to feel sexy, so you're asking for things. The waiter and the waiter's uncomfortable.
So in this bit, my mom is.
Well, it's not really based on your mom, so that really.
Oh no, right.
But that's how the joke started. That your mom would show up to the comedy club and go, "I'm Blake Wexler's mom. Do you think I can get a good seat?" and use her sexuality? When the truth of the matter is, I would do it just because it's your mom. But she would be overdoing it to make ask for is there any way I'm Blake Wexler's mom?
She wanted to think she was getting things because she's sexual and that stuff. It's like, no, these are just things that you would get.
So you asked for very safe things. So here's your mom at a restaurant, or that character
so you
at
be
a
the
restaurant.
waiter. You be the waiter.
Okay,
Yeah.
can we have some background? How you doing, ma'am? Can I help you?
Yes.
Let me be a better waiter. I didn't like the way I did the job.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, yes. Hi, how are you tonight?
Feeling a little weird.
Hold on. Okay. May I help you? Can I tell you what I hate about this bit?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with your mom, but that's
No,
the way
of
the joke
course,
started.
yeah.
Let's just morph it off to what it really is. It's just this woman that goes out at
we
night,
could just totally say
and
a woman.
she tries to use her sexuality.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's not based on anything your
You're
mom
right.
did.
I don't know why we kept doing that.
Well, because if your mom listens to the show, you said you wanted to make her cry.
Right. Oh, well,
no, I'm just kidding.
She can't-
I'm just serious. Hello, girls.
I can't hear anymore because of all the compliments I get in my head. That's what my mom would say.
So here we go. Back at the restaurant. Hi, how you doing tonight? Could I take your order?
Yeah. If I pay the full price of my bill, can I get a dinner and an appetizer?
Well, everybody gets if you pay. Okay, the answer is yes, but it's not because of that.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
If I
What?
maybe spill a little bit of my supper on my blouse, would you please maybe bring me a napkin? Ooh.
Yes, I would do that for you
Yum,
without.
yum, yum.
Okay, that's not why.
Yum, 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 yum.
Okay, it's making me uncomfortable. You're asking for things that I would give you anyway.
One more question.
Yes, ma'am.
If I maybe my tit falls out of my blouse, would you politely ignore it and pretend like it's not really there?
Of course, that's even if he does that, she thinks he's hitting on him.
Oh,
I think we fucked up the bit a little, did we? Because then if he goes, hold on, shut the music off. So if she goes, if I, she goes, is there any way, and puts her breasts really big up
Right.
and scrunches them up, is there any way I can get a drink of water? Well, yes, but it's because you're going to do that even if you go, may I get a drink of water, and you leave your jacket on.
If I squish my tits together, will you respectfully remain having eye contact with me? Oh, you will then.
She has to turn it for her.
Yeah, it's like because he's going to do that because he's a
looking
great
away.
guy.
Well, and he's also embarrassed and looking away. She's going to make it work for her, no matter fucking what. This woman's going to make it work. So no matter, okay, now I'm complete. If I excuse me, but if I and then
yes,
she
ma'am?
if I unzipper my blouse like that, is there any way I can have you turn around and look completely the other way?
Yeah, yes, ma'am, I'll do it. Just please button your shirt back up. It's fine.
Forgive me, Father, I have sinned.
He did it again, that motherfucker.
So was there ever a Diarrheaville? Was there ever a song parody Diarrheaville?
Yes, it was a real shithole. We'll be right back.
Was there? Mm-hmm. Lynn worked up a little magic. I'm sorry. Please, I can't stop listening to it. It's a true story.
Sitting on the toilet, checking my Facebook.
But I like it. It's got a catchy tune.
I've spent so much time here, I grew a beard.
Okay, it's a true story. Remember that. Don't judge.
My stool is all runny.
Okay.
It ain't even funny. I know this is crude, but man, this is weird. Wasted away again in Diarrheaville.
I think it was the Mars.
It was the Baby Ruth.
I like the horns. Now listen, Wasting Away in Diarrheaville. So what do you think? Is it catchy?
Very catchy.
Wasted Away. But can you play a little bit? Maybe separate it, isolate it. Maybe let's see how hard. Can I have some reverb? Sitting on the toilet, watching the TV, eating the pizza and a pumpkin pie, having a candy bar, eating and then some other snacks. I'm really shitting all over the place.
Wasted away again in Diarrheaville.
I think it's good. I think I got it. You want to try it? And be mature about it.
Okay.
Don't ruin the. Don't disrespect the bit.
Taking a shit.
I like it.
Listen to the water getting hit. Flushing that down, you know it's brown.
Wasted away again in Diarrheaville.
I feel like I'm being disrespectful to the audience.
Sitting on the toilet.
Oh, this is good. Oh, see, he does it right.
Forgot my cell phone. Don't know what to do with myself. I twiddling my thumbs. Dropping a plum.
Ooh, I like it.
Having myself a day.
Wasted away again in Diarrheaville.
It's Diarrheaville, and I think it helps. It's a real place.
Yeah.
I'm being told. I swear to God, like I wouldn't lie to this audience. Hey, look, do you know Diarrheaville? Do you know the song? Can you come over here? Can you give him your headsets and let him play? Put some reverb in his mic. I mean, I want to do the song right. I'm not giving up on it. I'm going to let you do it again. I think you got some good shit swirling around your head. I like it. It's a horn Diarrheaville. You can horns on the horn diarrhea. Can we put some more reverb? I really want this to be a good Diarrheaville horn section. Here we go.
Make it classy.
Close your eyes, everybody. Close your eyes, except you. Where are we? Are your eyes shut? Oh, yeah, they were. Shh. Listen. We go anywhere we want. We go on a trip. It's not the way the bit was going. It's a Diarrheaville song, but now the horn sounded so nice. Look at us floating around together on fresh air. Oh. I want you to play at my tombstone 24 hours a day. I have a horn section. That's all I got. I feel like I'm getting my money's worth now. It's about time he fucking played. Get my fucking... You shitting me? That's right. Hit some notes, you pile of shit. Nah, hit the other note. Hey, you pile of shit. Hit the big note, seriously. No, the high one. Come on. No, the one where you go, like if I go, la ba 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 ba.
No, Gabe, the one where you go, wah.
Where you go, wah. My way. I like it. God, you're good, Gabe. You really are. I like the man. That's just if I could play any instrument, it would be the piano.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It looked like I was going to say the horn, and then I play the piano. Is that who I have listening to me in here? Am I performing for nobody? Good job on the horns, on the drums, Aristotle. I love that you play the drums. I really do.
He's a triple threat.
The drums.
Sound, drums, and the end of prayers. He can fucking do them all. He's a real Bette Midler. He's a Midler on the roof. That's just her standing on next to a chimney. Can't you picture that being like one of her albums, Midler on a Roof, and she's just leaning against a chimney, just looking into the camera? I don't know what the fuck she.
I know exactly. And
But
you're talking about Bette Midler?
Yeah, it's a Victorian home, so she can't really dance. So she's really only a double threat because she'd fall off the roof. This is going way too involved.
Nothing you do is way too involved.
Midler
I
on
mean,
a
some
roof.
stuff is.
Mm.
What did you think of the? Play just the chorus, because be honest with me. Tell me what you think of the wasting away, living. I need my voice. Hold on. Hey, living on sponge cake. Wasting away. I don't know. What does he live on?
I don't know.
I thought it was
Hopefully that.
sponge cake.
Is it
maybe
sponge
it's
cake?
something cake. Some
I have
cake.
no idea.
Living on some cake. The listeners are going, it's not sponge cake or some cake. You're killing me. I think it might be sponge cake.
I think it's angel food cake.
Living on angel. No, someone can.
You know what it is? It's cheesecake, like Cheesecake Factory.
Living on. Oh yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
No.
Trying to get them bucks.
Living on cheesecake. No, it's living on. Hold on. Does anybody here? Stop the music. Turn my reverb off. Does anybody think in the room to George Carlin that it is sponge cake?
No.
Okay, can somebody look it up on their phone? Can you look it up on your phone? Do it on the internet? Okay.
Ooh, fancy.
You think it's worth waiting, doing it, or should we take a... You know, I have to...
Did you pee, or did you just do the bit?
I've been drinking so much water that I've been peeing a lot.
Good. Good, that means you're healthy.
Who says that?
Christ. Sorry, I dropped something on my lap. My dad used to say that.
Amen, brother.
Just in case I thought he was going to try to do it, I fucking got right in there like a motherfucker.
Amen, brother.
Amen, brother.
Hey, brother. When I was little, I played basketball.
Name dropper. Guy's not even listening.
There was just a guy named Basketball, and I stole from him. I played him like a fiddle.
You played basketball?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to try to talk now for a little. I keep saying it every week. Put the music away for a little while, and let's have a little bit of this.
Right.
This show is evolving.
Hey, how about a lot of bit of that?
A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
500 Tom.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah, I
All right,
fucking
everybody,
do.
take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. You made it work.
That's how a cartoon cat sleeps.
Put some reverb in there.
Just pandering to Natalie. That was a trumpet. It's a dying horse.
Trumpet's trying to talk to us. Watch this.
I'm asleep, but I still hear it.
This is insane.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
Listen.
Who? Orca.
Can the trumpet mimic us? Like if we go. Me.
BlakeWexler.com. Very good. Very good. Very good. That worked.
It's so trippy. And I don't use the word trippy. I might have never used the word trippy. How hard would you laugh if that trumpet went BlakeWexler.com?
I would have done a backflip out this window into the seat of a 76 convertible.
Blake.
And that's how I want to die.
Give it a shot. Come over here to the. Come over here and try it. Give it a shot.
If
As
this
deep
is
as you can.
And here's the thing: to not have any pressure on. If this is even 0.5% close, I'm gonna have medical issues.
Yeah, give a deep blow on that because we want to get into the range. Give a How deep can you? Come over here to the mic. Come on, and just give it everything you got.
BlakeWexler.com.
Holy!
Shut. Do it again. Come over here. Get into the deep. It was good, but I think it needs to be a little. Oh, you're gonna have it now. Just fucking think. BlakeWexler.com and do it through the horn.
BlakeWexler.com.
That's fucking trippy. Did that not sound like it was like me doing it with my voice modulator, 2000, I get $10 off every time I mention them. No, I don't. What if I was that pathetic? I get a
$10 off. How expensive is that for you to still be making up that price? It was $10,000.
Every time I mention, I got to be honest, I don't think I was a good listener right there.
It's fine.
What did you say?
No, you said every time I mention it, I get $10 off of it. I was like, oh, like how much did it cost that you have to keep getting $10? Like you haven't made that up by now. Like you could have just had a segment where you just.
They said it's 20,000. They lied to me. Like every time I mention, do you know every time, and this is true.
Right.
Every time I mention Cantor's, I get a penny on the podcast. I get a penny off my meal.
Oh, that's so nice of them.
So yeah, so I'm almost up to an order of French fries. And lower your lights over there. I'm not shitting around. I hope you're good. Seriously, go out of business. You don't think you have two make one part of your place pitched really dark and leave the other part exactly the way it is. And at the end of the week, watch how many more people are going to be sitting on the dark side with tablecloths.
Right.
By the way, unless they're going, by the way, if I found out it was a money laundering place, I'd be like, they don't care. If I find out there's a diner up the street
well,
from
Todd, it's a Jewish deli. Maybe not say money laundering. Maybe
You're right.
go with another, like murder.
Maybe,
something cool like murder.
Maybe it's a murder hideout.
Yeah, a murder hideout.
It's a murder
that is
hideout.
cool.
Do you guys know this song? I think you do.
Okay.
See if we can sing it along. Can you play it really loud? You guys know it? Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. You know it. Ba. Wait, listen to the song a little. Get back in rhythm here. Here we go. Blah 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 blah. I don't think. Do you think we know it?
I think we fucking. I mean, we got the lyrics right at least. I don't know if we had the actual.
Oh my god! I was so. Swear to God, I was nervous because I knew it was good in my heart.
Right.
Like I thought, we fucking get this. I got to talk to you about your horns a little, but I love your effort.
Right.
It's so cool, but. We're good. Like,
we memorized.
Are we like professional or something?
I honestly, I mean, are we getting paid right now? Because that's the only thing separating.
No, Blake,
us.
are we like professionals? I guess.
I think we fucking are, right? We're pros.
We're like professionals.
We're pros, but we're also pros. And I don't mean like written word in a book.
Let's pick a word. Back to my bad listening skills. Something about a book, but I hear everything you say. I just lose the last part.
That's fine.
Because that's the part I'm.
Hey, the punchline.
No, not of every bit.
I know. Of the short things.
Of the short.
Yeah.
Thank you. Look at you. Goes in there for the jab, then comes instantly in with the aid.
The jabs and then the hugs.
Then
I jab and hug.
Jab and hug.
Yeah.
Jab and hug. You know what? I like your style.
Thank you.
Jab, hug. Jab, hug. Nothing wrong with that. That's how like the last roast was a little bit. I liked it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Some people go, it wasn't mean enough. But you know what? If you want mean and you really want mean, you know where you go?
Huh?
Write a funny thing for me to put in there, seriously. Seriously, and we'll edit this out. Swear to God, edit this out. I feel like I should start saying funnier things on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. You know,
so what was the bit I was just doing?
Like you want mean, then...
Like what do I say? If I want mean, I'll go to the hot dog cart lady in the... You know what I mean? Like, where's mean?
If I want mean, you go to like Pat's Steaks in Philadelphia.
I'll go to Pat's Steaks in
Philly. That
Philly.
could work, and maybe get a couple of cheesesteaks on our way. Or maybe we could go like a family route.
I like Pat's Shakes. I like making the
We'll
Philly.
go with that then, yeah.
Edit everything out here.
Okay, yeah, everything.
I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
Right, yeah, sure.
So then I'll just come in with that line.
Okay, so...
So what was I saying? I don't want mean?
You were saying, if you want... So the roast, you're like, people say it's not mean enough, but if you want mean, and then do the Pat's Steaks.
I'll give you a place to come in.
Okay,
come in
cool.
right here.
Right.
I don't. I actually like the roast this year.
Yeah.
I like the roast. You know what it was? It was sort of a punch, jab, punch, hug, punch, hug, punch, hug.
Right.
I liked it. Some people, it was a good way of explaining
Well, some
it.
people were like, "Oh, it's not mean enough."
Fuck that. If I want mean, I'll go down and get a cheesesteak at Pat. Fuck! Fuck!
Hey,
no, I'm sorry.
No, we'll do the read again. We'll do the read again.
No.
We'll edit this all out. We'll edit it all out. Okay, we'll do the read
Damn
again.
it, why can't I get a stupid line? I know the line. If I want mean, I'll go down to Pat's cheesesteaks. But
Right,
I fucked it up.
Yeah,
I
we'll do
overthought it.
No, see, now you're being too hard on yourself. Okay, don't Todd, you don't need that much caffeine.
I do. If I have my energy
No. Okay, all right. Down it then. Down it. We'll do it again. We'll down it again. Okay. Now remember, the line is...
No, it's pathetic. It's pathetic that I need this much help on my podcast. My ratings are slipping, and I'll admit it. I need some punch up. So if I have to go back and edit this in, if this is the shit they'd be mortified. You know what we basically are now? I feel like we've turned into
what?
Who's those guys that used to sing? Blah blah blah.
Oh, Baba, Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. I believe that was Nickelback. It was Backstreet Boys.
It was, yeah.
No, okay, I'm being serious, actually.
Okay, so this was all edited out.
No, this part how do I isolate a small George Carlin moment in the middle of a bit that there's nothing George Carlin about it? And the small little bit, what was that group that sang Milli Vanilli? That's what I needed to know. Okay. This is like...
And now we're back to the bit.
I feel like I'm Milli... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. I give you an A+ for getting back into the bit.
Yes.
D- for derailing it again.
Milli Vanilli Ice?
Milli
I guess I have a C.
Milli Vanilla Ice?
Milli Vanilla Ice, right. Well,
Milli Vanilli Gene King, the greatest tennis player of our time.
Talk to me off the air about that. I think I might.
She would take other players' moves.
I listen. I got a lot to get to.
Okay.
What? So okay. Back to the bit. I gave you an A+. Remember? Okay. I feel like I forget.
Milli Vanilli.
Oh, okay. I feel like I'm turning. Okay. This is not worth it, but thank you very much. And while you're at it, give yourself a fucking A+ for a lot of your shit you do around here. I'm giving out good grades. A+s are easy
I'm lost, and I don't know what I was going to do next, so I made a pre-recorded thing for Jake to play while I remember what I was talking about. Okay. How many weeks can I do this? I mean, it's working now, but it's something I pre-recorded yesterday at the house. Okay, I was talking about that, then I was talking about that.
I remember.
Oh, and then our guest talked
about
that.
You can turn that off. To George Carlin, you can turn that off.
That is such an important bit.
That's a great piece of
That's
thing. That's
huge.
Good to have. So we got a little crazy with this bit, but overall, I think it's a good bit. So let's go back to it.
Right. So we were talking about the roast earlier.
No, you're writing jokes for me, and then I'm embarrassed that my podcast is slipping. So you guys are helping me out by writing jokes for me, and I fucked up the joke.
Right.
And we're implying in this bit that we edit all this out, and then the average listener just hears this.
This is the most meta thing that's ever happened. Okay.
Yeah. So I like that's so funny, and you can tell right when we come back to the edit. You can tell the edit.
That's so funny. What was so funny? They were talking about sheep.
Yeah, the edit's right here. Here's the edit right here. You ready? Yeah, I like that. It's like jab, hug, jab, hug.
Right.
That's what I like about the roast.
Yeah.
Because this year I'm okay with it. There was more of like a jab, hug, and I liked it.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh my god, it's not mean enough."
If I want mean, let me tell you something. I'll go down to Pat's Cheesesteaks and order a cheesesteak.
That's the funniest shit I ever goddamn heard.
Guys, you're going to think I'm being an asshole. We're not. Don't. Press. By the way, who did that? He mimicked me when I was stuttering. He goes.
I just high five. Here's the thing. I fucked up the word. I'm going to make fun of you. I go. I just high five. Aristotle.
Aristotle is the one that when I went. But he. Is this just fun for me?
I don't know. It's fun for me.
Guess what I hear on the road more than anything? Hold on one second.
Standing ovations?
Did
you hear what I said?
No.
You didn't hear?
What I miss the most? What I get the most?
Yeah.
Yeah, what I get the most. You know what I get the most? Standing ovations. Okay.
Ha, 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 ha. Go on.
No, I'm going to take time. I'm going to prove that I'm not just repeating it to move past it. I'm going to soak in it. Let's really discuss that. Yeah. Lay some piano music down, and I'm going to...
No, we're going to
go full circle.
Line.
No, I'm serious. Talk about what happened just then. You said what?
You said, you know what happens the most when I'm on the road? And then I said I said standing ovations. Mm-hmm. And
Right.
that's what you get the most on the road.
Right.
And then I thought that you were glazing over it. And then you're like, maybe I did a little bit. So you went back. Mm-hmm. And you complimented me. And you said, you know what? Let's draw attention to that quick sniper-esque,
because I tried
hilarious
I tried to
joke.
go like this, like, oh yeah, okay. It's like no, that's not good. It's like when someone's not listening to you and they're on their cell phone, and then you go, you're not even listening, and they go, yeah, the mall dogs. Yeah, I know you can pick key words and bark them at me. I'm looking for an interaction here, and that's what I feel like I did to you. I went, yeah, I hear you. Blah, blah. So now we're not. We're back into the. Can we?
But in your defense,
piano
you were
music?
trying to get to something, and I interrupted it.
Blake,
so
what a breath of fresh air.
Thank you.
You know, you're right about him. Play the message you called, what you said, because he was very excited you were going to be on. And then we're going to get back into the bit.
Okay.
You're his favorite guest.
Oh, holy shit.
You're his favorite guest.
That's so
And
sweet.
he left to play the sound effects.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, Todd. Did you know? I mean, obviously you know because you booked him, but Blake Wexler is the guest today. Tomorrow on the show, and it's like you guys have such like a chemistry when you come on, and
that is true.
It's just like connect. Blake.
Well, you can't be there, Blake. You're not there. He's leaving a message. Oh, he's
Blake,
commenting on the joke. It's okay. I don't do whatever you want.
sorry,
I'm out of control. All right. I can stop at any time I want. He could be persistent and go, no, the machine's broke. Don't take my command to stop the bit.
That's hilarious.
Please leave a message after the tone.
And I want to cut the bit short, but he doesn't accept my.
Hey, what's going on?
All right, so you get the gist of it.
Is that
No.
Cut that noise up.
Listen.
It seems like there's a malfunction. There's a weird noise that keeps going up, but I'm going to keep going.
Hey. Oh, what did you want?
No, I know I look a little stressed. Is it cool if I just go to the bathroom real quick? Is that fine?
Oh, you just have to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I mean, you can do like a monologue or something, or like whatever.
I hate to lose you, but if you have to go to the bathroom, you have to go to the bathroom.
really have to. Seriously, just yes or no.
Oh, cool. Yes,
Okay, all right, I'll be right back. Okay, thank you.
No, as long as you have to go to the bathroom, I wouldn't ask you.
Thanks, Todd.
I guess he's going to the bathroom. Oh, my God. He's.
Nice and wet once again. Nothing like drying
Oh,
out
my God. He's playing in the
toilet water.
He's playing in the toilet. It's embarrassing.
Oh, it's in all sorts of orifices.
Yes, listen. Shh.
All sorts of orifices.
To pee into the toilet, but it's another thing to flush it back up on.
Hold on. Turn the mic off in there. Turn the mic off in there.
sorts
oh
of
my God, he's playing in the toilet, and he told me I have a show to do, and he goes in there. I need his help. I mean, he's a funny guy. One thing if you have to go to the bathroom, and I had a feeling because the last time he was on the show, he would go in there and he'd fucking play in the toilet. Turn the mic on. I want to hear what he's saying. I bet he doesn't even know. Hold on. He doesn't have a mic in there. We'll get to hear his most personal thoughts. It's great. I almost enjoy it. Almost.
All sorts of orifices. Is he putting it in his ear?
I know that was a little gross. I tried to glaze past that, but you wouldn't let me. But that was a little gross. I got to be honest with you. All sorts. It's. Well, anyway, listen. He's playing in the fucking toilet. Turn the mic on in the bathroom.
Splish splash! I'm taking a bath, wearing my own goddamn pants.
Oh my! Can't even sing.
This is the most fun I've ever had in my entire
Hold on. Turn his mic off. Hold on. Go in there.
You want me to go in there?
You talk him into doing it. Go in there. Can I trust you to go down the hallway and find out why he's playing in the toilet? It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm going to figure out what he's doing in all those orifices.
Listen to him walking. You imagine it. There's young Jake, and he's walking down the hallway. Open the door. Turn the mic on again. Oh, here he. Oh, Jake's just getting there now.
What? Nothing.
Hey,
hey. Bathroom things. Nothing weird.
Hey, Blake.
Tell him you hear him playing in the toilet.
I fell in here.
Blake, you're being kind of loud. We can hear you playing in the toilet. Don't get upset.
Jake?
But we do want you to come back to the show.
Hey, Jake. This room in here for two.
Really?
Jake, come on. Why don't you go take a swim with your old friend
I can't leave
Blake?
Todd all by himself.
Huh?
Take a swim?
Come on in here, Jake.
All right.
Well, hold on. Don't make it sexual.
Ooh.
It's like the blotches of, why do you keep showing me pictures of naked women with big tits and they're ink blotches? Sir, that's what you're...
Sir,
you have the problem. You keep showing me the...
spilled ink on my shirt. It was an accident.
Go in there. Hold on. I'm not... I like this bit still. Talk him into letting you... Jake, go in there and tell him to come out here. He can't play in the toilet. It's embarrassing.
Okay.
You know what
I'll go over right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey,
Never
yeah,
have
Blake.
done nothing. Hold on,
Excuse
what?
me, Blake.
Yeah, what? No.
Do you mind?
Weird. Fell in here.
Okay, yeah, you've been in there for a while.
Aristotle, go down there and help.
Jake, come here. Get in. It's fun.
I'll try it out. I'll try it out first.
Hey, listen, Aristotle's here.
No, we're trying
Hey,
What are you guys doing?
can I tell
What
you?
the fuck is going on in here?
Aristotle, step on it.
Aristotle,
Into the toilet?
Aristotle, it's a fucking
Guys,
There's a fresh shit right
guys,
there.
guys.
Between you guys.
It's Todd. I see what
Todd.
you guys are. Shut the door.
Todd.
I left the mic on back there. Can you put reverb in my?
Todd, check this out.
It's
this
fun.
Is what
It's-
happens
everybody-
when you put water in your
Todd,
ear.
what size shoe do you wear?
Why do you ask? You have flip flops for me?
Just ask him, what size shoe?
I
You
wear
can
a
use it
12.
as a floaty. Check this out.
For you. Hop on in. There's
Oh my God, this is fun! Look at us.
Yes.
Smear. It's so. I know why you do it. I've never come in here before.
Ocean.
This is fresh water.
A dolphin swam in this. Now we are.
Splashing it in my face feels so refreshing. I never thought it would.
God, it's so nice.
Oh my God, everybody's splashing in their face. I'm not even joking. It feels. It feels so clean. Wouldn't you think toilet water would seem dirty? Because I'm crazy clean.
so nice.
It's the cleanest water because it gets flushed so much.
It's like when a dog licks your face. It's clean.
Why is there a dolphin in distress?
Oh, flush it. Flush the dolphin. Flush it down.
All right, everybody.
No room for things with flippers in my bit. You know I have fucking 2 rules.
What are
in
your
my
two-
bits?
What?
I'm rich in them.
Yeah, you
and
should be.
nothing with fucking fins or blowholes.
You know-
So dolphins out.
Yeah, you don't.
Orcas out.
Because why? Because the cruelty to them, even in a bit.
No.
What? Oh, I don't understand.
No,
that.
because I don't want any. I want things with hands,
you like more things with hands,
like human, like in or an orangutan.
an orangutan.
How do you pronounce that?
Orangutan. Orangutan. Here's 2 idiots. You're not learning it. You're learning it, but I don't know you're saying it right. So I'm a speech therapist trying to soak money out of your parents. No, it's more like this. Orangutan. No, orangutan. You just repeat exactly what I say.
Okay.
Watch. It's orangutan.
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 Listen. Orangutan.
Orangutan.
No, listen. Orangutan.
Orangutan.
Listen. You're not listening.
Who? What?
Orangutan.
Orangutan.
Okay, you're not listening. Orangutan.
Orangutan.
Okay, stop. Take a deep breath. You're not listening. I'm trying to soak money out of your parents. Sorry.
So each time I get this wrong, my parents have to pay $25, correct?
Well, more of like they need me every month. I tutor you.
Okay.
I don't want to go to them and say he's.
To me.
Say brick.
Brick.
No. Brick.
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 No. Okay, you're not listening. Say orangutan.
Orangutan.
Okay, you're not listening. Orangutan.
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 Is this better than Diarrheaville or worse? Oops. Let's talk about serious shit like these other podcasts.
Let's talk
We're all
about-
serious up front, and then we're afraid in the middle.
The globe is being warmed.
How's life treating you?
Global warming.
You want to talk about?
Let's talk about how this globe is being warmed.
Wexler. His name is Blake Wexler. So let me ask you a question about your parents, if you don't mind.
Of course.
No, they've been oh my! Last thing I want to do on the show. Sometimes I've made this mistake before. I get very serious interviews. Like I'm like Oprah sometimes.
So, yeah, like at
and I think
WTF.
I slip into that. So maybe what I'm asking is none of my business.
I mean, go. I mean, we're good friends.
Oh, sure.
Like, I trust
and that
the
is
audience.
true.
Yeah.
And that is true. Now, your parents, they've been married how many years?
25 years, actually. Just celebrated their
Oh.
25th anniversary.
So nice, so
Beautiful.
nice.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Like,
Of course.
Because, and it's probably a little embarrassing. I only ask you because you can learn a lot by people.
No, I'm an open book.
They still love each other.
Yeah, they say I love you every day. It's great. It's beautiful.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course, Todd.
I mean, it just helps me learn. Does he still? Does he fuck that shit? Come on.
Breaking news out of the Vatican.
Oh,
amen.
My, every time. It's fun. I think, we'll come up with a new song. But with that horn in the room and that bubble, can I tell you something?
Holy shit, the horn.
Bubbles are dope.
Bubbles are the shit.
Word.
Bubbles are the shit. That could be my bumper sticker. Well, never mind. I don't want to get into the bumper
Your
sticker
bubble
business.
sticker.
Bumblebee sticker.
Bumblebee.
That bubbles. I do have something to talk about. That big bubble, the one size of a little smaller than a volleyball, not much, maybe an inch smaller than a volleyball. They're big, and they come out like 15, 20 at a time, and it's larger than life to see that music, the disco ball, a horn in the room,
right?
Dark in the room, 2 candles, and then these big fucking basketball bubbles floating around the room. It's like that shouldn't be able to happen for $20.
When I see those big bubbles, there's nothing else in the world but those bubbles.
Right.
It's like I have to pop them. I have to. There's nothing else. There's no poverty. There's no war. It's like there's just those fucking bubbles, and I have to pop them. There's nothing. Can I say there's nothing again? There's nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, my one goal in life is that all bubbles are created equal. And by equal, I mean really, really fucking big. And out of a device that Todd Glass has complete agency over. Cape Cod, Massachusetts, sits. I give you your governor. Bubbles.
How long can you be a computer broke saying bubbles? I'm to George Carlin while I go pee again. Can you say bubbles like a broken computer? Bubbles. You're
as long as you're gone, yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Can I start off the speech, and then we'll go into bubbles? Okay. Can we play the music? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Todd Glass, your chairman and CEO of Bubbles. Have you any war? Yes, sir. Bubble. Bubbles. And now I present you your chairman, Todd Glass.
First of all, I give you an A+ for making the bit work. Like, I never thought about it as like there was a prompter and it had all the wording in it to be set off.
Oh, I like that someone at the prompter typing it out fucking had a horrible disease and passed out on it and just landed on the B.
Yeah, on the ba 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 ba.
Their nose landed on the B and then their right index finger landed on the dash.
Let me tell you what that bit is.
Tell me.
I give that bit to our audience as a bonus for being such great audiences. Yeah. That's how I give them that treat. That bit,
that one's free.
I would normally edit that out because it's so good. I'm going to leave it in. Because it's so good, I put it on my best of, and that's the way I make all my money.
Right
you understand? That's what I do. I listen to every show. I don't really do this, but I may pretend I do.
Yeah.
And then I take a few pieces out that I feel are the best moments, and at the end of the year, I sell a CD for $20. And go ahead, you can tell me.
Hey, Todd, is your manager on the phone? Todd? Hey, Todd? All right,
yeah, what's up?
Hey,
hold on, let's make it sound real.
This is professional. Oh, my manager's calling me. Sure.
So you're returning your manager's call?
It doesn't matter.
Just as long as you hear phone effects, you can be calling me.
Todd's manager.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, I'm just thanks for returning my call. I think at the end of the year, you know what? Here's a good business model. Free podcast. Best of at the end of the year, $10,000.
I fucking like the idea. You know what I could do? I'm
lost.
The bit was going. The punchline was at $10,000 that you charge $10,000 at the end of the year for your best of.
Oh, for my best of each CD.
Oh, I feel explaining a joke. It's draining.
No, it isn't.
Help me! Bring me back! Bring me back! Yes.
We're the bailouts. Gets you out any bit. Sometimes. All right, we're all good. You know what? Let's take a different course of action here. I want to hear it. Living on sponge cake. Oh, no. What was it?
To George Carlin? That does sound like sponge
What
cake.
is it?
I don't. What is the actual lyric?
Play it again.
I think that's what it was. Nice.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Nibbling on sponge cake.
Nibbling on sponge cake.
I could not discern between that and anything else. It has to be sponge cake.
Let me tell you this. At least the worst, everyone, it sounds like it. No,
Yeah.
It's not like it, everyone thought. But here's what's funny. In this room, no offense to anybody, everyone was like, thought it was ridiculous that I said living on sponge cake. Nobody went, well, I think it's in the song, I think. Everyone was like, yeah, there's not even anything that rhymes with it. But guess what? I'd be right if it said living on lunge flake. And that was a type of fish that you eat in the Caribbean.
Yeah, I wonder whose name rhymes with lake here
It
that
is
we could have used by now.
It's nibbling on sponge cake.
Blake.
Oh, well, excuse me, am I going to lose because of that? What are you, Judge Judy? And I like her. You shut up.
Judge Judy, approved.
I can't believe you guys were playing in the toilet. Ah. I need outros for bits.
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Let me do one more.
Do it again.
You guys are crazy for playing in the toilet. We'll be right back.
Now we're done at playing in the toilet. Now we're done at playing in the toilet. We can do better. I can do better than that. Someone has to.
Tom Leykis. Hey, you want to have a bad Tom Leykis competition in memory, as in honor of James Adomian?
James Adomian was too funny this weekend and was taken out by the CIA. So we have to pick up the slack by being lesser than he is.
Now, when we say we're going to do a bad Tom Leykis, are you going to really try to be bad or try to be good?
I'm going to do the like my life depends on it.
Me too, and it's going to be bad.
But we say bad. It is going to be. Well, it may not be bad. It's going to be worse than what James does.
Oh, of course.
Because James, I'm doing my impression of James Adomian doing an impression of Tom Leykis.
The truth of the matter is, I hope that I wouldn't do it, except now that there's that's the competition. It's a bad Tom Leykis game. Well, I'll be honest with you, and I think it's because we're both self-aware.
Oh, yeah.
We're not those people that go, I do a good Tom Leykis. No, we don't. James does it right. Anybody that imitates him. And if someone said we're having a good Tom Leykis, we're all going to try to do good Tom Leikises that are realistic and should somewhere come near James's, I wouldn't fucking participate because I can't fucking do it.
No.
It's hard to do. He gets the nuances. But if it's bad Tom Leykis, I mean, that's not. We're not entering in a foolish way, right?
No.
You feel, if it's bad, right?
Can I pull another layer off of this?
Sure.
We're doing this because we love doing Tom Leykis, so this is so we can do Tom Leykis without any repercussions whatsoever.
Be honest with me and don't get lost.
To George Carlin.
I know, but be honest with me here. This is a great moment on the show.
Please.
Did you know that I was doing a bit I was trying to act like there's some bad Tom Leykis competition, but I was sort of doing a bit like, when would there be a bad? I created it. So.
Oh, I didn't even. I'm so focused on getting to do Tom Leykis, I didn't even hear what you just said.
All the other stuff. I was trying to work it into a bit like, well, if they're having a bad Tom Leykis competition, who? What? I just saw a sign and I'm walking down the street.
Right.
Enter.
Oh, well, Todd and I signed up, and it just so happens our names got matched up, so we get to do it.
Here we go.
Fraud in Culver City, California. It's
Tom, you treat women horrible.
Fuck you, whore.
You're fat.
Do you care?
Do you care?
Do you care?
Do you care?
Do you know who Tom Leykis is?
Tom Leykis. Let me tell you something. I got gravy in my neck. I'm Tom Leykis. We're going to give you a call right now. We got it on the phone right now.
I got gravy in my neck, and I got pork in my pants.
Pork in the girls' pork when you got a big wallet.
Oh, we're porking whores and open up doors to sedans here on the Toyota lot.
We got
pork everything with a body.
Oh, God, this guy's going to win. This guy's going to win. I can tell already. That's right. It's a bad Tom Leykis impersonation. Everybody's going to really take a caller.
I was born as a...
Sandra, hold on. Hold on, duck lady. Sandra from Lexington, go ahead. Sandra from Lexington.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah, hello, dear.
Hi, I'm calling from Lexington. I just have a question about my boyfriend.
What, dear?
What can I do to make my boyfriend love me more?
Chop your head off. Chop your head off and put some crab dip in it. That's right. That's right, Sandra from Lexington. And we have your number. So don't try anything.
That's right, 5-100-5. Hold on, to break the bit. Do you want to do where we alternate when one of us is the callers?
Yeah.
5, 109, 100.
And do you want to? This is you. Would you like to try to do a little bad Tom Leykis? I'll give you something to say. Do you care?
Do you care?
Do you care?
Do you care?
Do you
Who
care? I don't care.
Fuck you, dear.
Let's do I don't care, like an I don't care medley.
Yeah.
I don't care.
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 I don't care,
I
dear.
don't care.
I don't care, dear.
Do you care? I don't care.
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 I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Dear.
Deer.
Dear.
Deer.
Dear.
Go with deer, a female deer. Fuck it.
I don't care, dear. The bigger the wallet, the bigger the bulge.
That's
dear.
right, dear.
Take it up. Take it up
Fuck your ass, dear.
Fuck your way to the top. Only spend a half of a penny on a date. Bring the wire cutters and a penny and cut it in half and give it to him and tell him to suck your dick.
Do you give good pork?
Do you give good pork?
Do you care?
Do you care?
I care, dear. You don't put out on the first date. I'm going to put you out to pasture like a big fat cow.
If you won't suck my big fat rich cock, then I'll tell you to go. Honey, I got gravy in my neck.
That's right.
That's right, dear.
I'll fill your pussy with a roll of quarters and you'll shit them out my face.
That's right. You heard me.
That's my bank, dear.
You have gravy in your neck. Do you care?
I don't care.
I'll fill you with dollars and then you'll holler in my ear and I'll be like, get away from you and let me put it in your ear, dear.
Lisa Likis can suck my fat cock. She says the president of the United States could only be ugly if he's a man.
That's right. If she's not 20, I'm not hungry.
That's right. Lisa Likis says.
Who?
Lisa Likis. That's a bit that. Lisa Likis. All right, let's be serious now. What's this?
In Culver City, California.
That's right.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
That's right.
I love those openings over the top. Play another opening over the top. Like this is
that was, by the way, just the opening. We're not even
no.
yet.
James Adobian. I don't fucking know names anymore.
Nah.
These are him doing fake Tom Leykis, but they're so close. Play it again.
Oh my God.
I don't care. It's the Tom Leykis Show.
All righty. Ron from Scent. You can turn the reverb off.
That's you. Oh.
Sorry, Ron. Let me put the phone voice on. You'll be the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
365.
I gotta get back into the thing. There's mustard in my neck. I gotta get back into the voice. That's right. James Adomian taught me to say there's mustard. Get that mustard in your neck. You gotta get the talk. Okay. All right, dear. These are Ron from San Antonio. You're on the air.
Hey, Tom. First time, long time, big fan.
Do you care?
Oh, yes, Dad.
How can I help you, son?
Well, I actually have a question about my girlfriend. Now,
Leave her.
Oh, well, I mean, we've been together for 6 years, and I think I'm thinking about asking her to propose, but she's
gross.
She's very religious.
Well, that's right. You know why? Because she wants God to pork her. That's what they do. They fuck up.
Well, what do I do to convince her to come over? To maybe are we going to raise our kids religious?
You tell her you love her, and you go out for a pack of cigarettes like my father did. 365. I got gravy in my neck.
5, 100, 9, 100, Tom.
100. Let's make a bad number. 5,000.
We got 5, 100, 7,645, 556. This with a little cum on it. That's right. We got.
When we come back from a break, we're gonna take Shirley from Reno. Right now, we're gonna punch you in the face with a fucking pile of.
A pile of dildos dropped out of the sky onto your mother's onto her head. Give her a goddamn concussion. She'll be seeing stars. Talking about Matthew McConaughey and big old George Clooney's dong. We'll be right back.
Bad numbers. That's right. Give us a call, and right here at 675 POW!
Wow!
POW!
Oh, we got 555 666 back to a 55555.
Give us a call right now. Pick up the phone and dial 8060.
That's right. Pick up the phone, shove it up your wife's pussy, and
That's right.
she'll be talking for days.
Call us now. Give us a call right now. Dial it right now.
Wow.
Dial wow, poo, bingy.
Dial F-U-C-K, hey.
Dial F-U-C-K and then vomit into the phone and you'll be here.
Vomit in the phone, rub it on a young girl's tits.
Mustard's in my neck. You know what? Turn it off. Turn it off. Seriously.
I feel fulfilled.
Well,
I think sometimes you got to stop their lunacy and just play something.
Rudolph the fucking
Oh, not
reindeer.
that. Are you shitting
Jesus
me?
Christ,
That's how you
let's
lose
be
a job.
serious. Holy
embarrassing.
shit.
It's embarrassing.
I'm sorry. I don't know
your
what that-
behavior tonight is less than gall. It's nothing. I didn't want to do a bit because I know you're very sensitive. Well, who isn't sensitive? You know who's not sensitive?
Bill Burr.
Everybody's sensitive. Bill Burr's sensitive.
He's not sensitive.
Everybody's sensitive.
Sure.
Bill Burr's sensitive. I
Right.
guarantee. I get him on the show. Prove it. I'll
Prove
interview
it?
him. I'm like, I do what the professionals do. I ask them questions. I go, "Who hit you?" And then they break down and they cry.
Some fucking cunt.
That was a clip from a future episode with Todd Glass and Bill Burr.
Well,
Bill Burr.
Sounds better if you say it with this in the background. We could just talk. I know how to just turn talking into a more of a spoken word.
Yeah.
How you been lately?
I've been fucking good, just chilling, It's been fine.
Hey, we're with Bill Burr in a new show called Let It All Hang Out, where we talk to Bill Burr and let it all hang out.
Well, I used to work at a fucking orthodontist, and, my fucking teeth are straight, but my wallet's crooked.
I don't care, let it all hang out.
How about can you interview me? Like, this is a cool, hip, laid back kind of environment.
Yeah, hey, Bill Burr, man.
No, like Blake Wexler. I'm sick of doing,
yeah.
I feel like it's my episode. We can.
Well,
not my episode. I'm on your episode.
Oh, by the way, to George Carlin, I was starting to interview you with Let It All Hang Out. Me and you just talked.
Oh,
with
I
this
know
music,
you were, yeah.
And then you did Bill Burr.
I know, and then I'm like, oh, this could have been about me. So I immediately
let's go right back
I made
to
a terrible error. Hey,
So man, let it all hang out, baby. Hey, do you let it all hang out? What do you think it means when it says let it all hang out?
I don't keep anything in. I just let it all out. Baby.
You're an open book, right?
I'm an open book, and don't judge this book by its cover, because I'm your brother, baby. Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
You let it all hang out?
I let it all hang
Emotionally.
out. Emotionally, nothing you can. There it is. I let it all hang out. Let it all hang out. Nothing in.
Give Blake a treat. Play this.
Our next guest on Live at 5 is appearing now.
Wait, hold on. Stop it. I feel like this might not be the best thing. Okay, I want to do something that we can have fun. This is just listening to something and laughing, but I don't want to waste your being here.
Thank you.
Sometimes it's fun.
You can say talent.
Well, I think you're talented.
Thank you.
There's no hiding that.
No.
I don't even have to. I don't even.
The industry has tried.
No, they have.
But to no avail.
Like you've been in the business 50 years.
Exactly.
This.
Very young.
Let's play. Get off of that. Get off of that thing.
Mama son.
Get up over there. He said it sounds like his grandfather yelling, and then we all started.
It'd be funny, if this was just like
Get over
a
there,
really
dude.
old guy.
Get up over there. Dude, you start.
Get over the sofa.
Hey, get up.
Grandpa, I'm on top of the couch.
Get up over there. Get up over there. Hey, get up over there.
Grandpa, look, I'm bouncing on the bed.
Get up over that bed.
Grandpa, I'm standing on the counter.
Get up over that counter. You're gonna break or something. Get up over there.
Grandpa, look, I'm holding.
Oh, I was going to get way too dark.
I'm gonna get your grandmother. Brody! Listen to what he really says. Brody! What does he really say? Hold on. Get up over there. Hold on. Oh, he is saying, get up over there. It's so wrinkly. Get up over the sofa. Get up over there. Wrinkles are wrinkly. What is this? This is a ridiculous. Are you kidding me? We're wasting Blake Wexler's talent. Let's hear. Tom like us. We didn't do that long enough. I know what we have to do.
But we either did that for 2 minutes or 25 minutes. I have no idea.
Can we take a ride to a listener's house? Every week something bad happens. You
Yeah,
don't
of
mind
course.
getting in the car?
No, let's get in the
Let's-
car.
Are we going to really do this, or
No,
are we
you're-
going to just fuck around?
You have good gas mileage.
Let's get
will
in the
you
car.
drive? Is that cool?
Yeah, of course I'll drive.
Thank you.
Let's get in the car.
All right, here we go.
Let's
Ooh.
walk to the car. We
All
paint
right.
a picture.
Yeah,
Blake, don't cut ahead.
Sorry, I'm wearing very nice boots.
Let's make it a long walk. Keep walking. How long can you play the walking? All right, let's walk to the car.
Okay.
Is everyone? Are you here? Are you here, Aristotle?
Every week.
What is it with him?
It's just cool.
So simple.
It's just cool.
Every week.
Every week.
I hope the
motherfucker.
listeners can appreciate it. Sometimes, I have a fine ear.
How far, hey, how far away is the?
Oh, that's all right. I park down the street. I can't park. It's right up ahead. I saved a nickel.
You
know
went to no meter, right?
I understand it. Never mind. I don't want to get in. I was gonna. Okay, we're walking.
Okay,
All right, here's
cool.
my car right here.
Oh my God, Todd, that's your car? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, this is like what your weekend car? Or?
No,
this is really nice.
It's just what car should I make it? I'm excited.
A space shuttle.
Pause the bit. Oh no, we have to make it a regular car because we're really going to someone's house.
A Tesla.
Yeah. I'm someone who can't comprehend any amount of money. I don't know, like a
Maserati.
Mazda 4-door, a Maserati.
Oh, this is a
Hey,
Maserati.
It's a Maserati.
Let's go to the listener house. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. No, I'm fine. I know how to drive. Don't tell me. No. Ah, shit.
Is it cool if I roll down the window? Oh, fuck
Wait,
you!
Todd.
Hey,
wait,
hey,
Todd.
hey.
I forgot something at your house.
He's the headliner!
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Shh, hold on. Turn around.
I forgot
Sorry.
something at your house. Do you mind?
My
if we
car
just go
keeps
back
stalling. I got to make the bit
Jesus
work.
Christ. Oh, it
I
looks
forgot my notebook.
Hold on. Shut up, everybody.
Sorry.
What did you leave at your house? At the house. So we gotta go-
Forgot my notebook that I need for the. To,
All right. Turn
for the
around. Pull up to the house. We'll wait in the car.
I'm getting a little car sick. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. I'll slow down. I'm sorry.
Jesus,
I know. I want to.
I get it. It's
time.
a Maserati. It's fast.
Oh, you don't have. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll go in and get his notebook, and don't argue while I'm
It's
in
the black one.
You know what? What am I? Hold on. What am I? I was trying to make it sound like I'm coming back.
Right, all right.
Why don't you go in and get it?
All right, fine. I'll just let me.
All right, stop walking around me.
Well, you know where it
nervously.
is. Jesus Christ.
Stop walking around me nervously.
Like I'm on the Trail of Tears.
All right, go ahead. What do you want to do while he's gone? What? Hey, get
Arm
pass me-
wrestling match, you and me.
Pass
Finally.
me,
Oh, sorry.
Pass me Jake's. Turn on Jake's radio here. No, give me Jake's music thing. No. Well, he has the cheapest music iPod or whatever. What's on his? Is this his phone? No, is this seriously his phone?
Yeah, why?
All right, stop playing with the car. Seriously, Blake.
What? I can't put it in the ignition. I'm not used
No,
to.
don't keep
playing.
restarting it.
All right,
know-
fine. I will fuck off and I will put my arms in the air.
No.
Still in the air.
Okay,
Hey guys, where are you?
no, go back in the house. I'm not done.
Oh no, you forgot your pen that you love so
yeah,
much.
you forgot your pen.
Yeah.
Hey, hand me.
Guess
go
I forgot
get
my pen as well.
Yeah, go. Keep
All right, yeah, go
keep-
get it.
Keep walking.
right.
Get
Go
out
get
of the
it.
car.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Guys,
Jesus Christ, just get it.
I feel like we're not doing a good enough job. People have to picture us. We're in a car. We just pulled back up. There's like a little stone walk, and you guys, like, we're parked right out there. We're sitting in the car waiting. He walks all the way back, and then he wants. We make him go back and get a
Yeah,
pen.
sorry, I got a lot
So
of
he's getting-
sound effects to deal with.
Yes, go get your pen. Go
All right,
get your pen.
don't.
So Jake's gone. Todd, do you have his phone?
Give me his phone.
Here,
I
here's
want to
his
hear.
phone. What do
I
you
want to
wanna
hear
do
the
with it?
music he plays.
Okay.
He has hardly any music on here.
Will you-
What?
This is the only song he has on his iPhone.
Who is this?
This is John Wilkes Booth.
No, seriously, who is this?
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, you do. Do you know who it is?
To George Carlin, I don't know who it is.
Do you know who it is?
I got my notebook and my pen. Hey, how'd you guys get?
What's the music?
Well, yeah, Cher is on. Cher happens to be on my iPad.
Oh,
What
it
do
is
you
Cher.
share?
Thank God you
Hey, you
mentioned
know
that
what?
so we could make fun of you for it.
Can we just go?
Hold on.
Oh, I
Hold
do
on.
like-
Shh, turn it off.
I dominated Dance Dance Revolution in this fucking song to the point where my calves turned into knots and I had to be carried away.
Is that true?
Yes.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Wait.
No, it's not true.
Wait, what about the song?
whore fucker? Can I just go on a tangent real quick?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dance Dance
And then we have to go.
Dance Dance Revolution was a song where, or a game where you would like dance the songs and like you'd move your feet around.
yeah, I've
like-
seen that.
Yeah. So, my friend Jeff was very dehydrated one day, and like I had a party for like I graduated from high school or whatever.
Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Explain that the whore fucker. He told us a story, and it was about how he met a girl online.
Yes.
It was an innocent, nice story, and for some reason being sarcastic after he, really, we just had a great conversation.
Right.
And it was, first of all, we had an intelligent conversation because I said comedians that still make jokes, and Daniel Kino has a joke I told him about. People go, people met online. Yeah, that's where a lot of
people
meet.
do that now.
It's not you. So anyway, we talked about that, and then 2 minutes later, I go, well, the whore fucker. Like all of a sudden, I took that story and I referenced him as the whore fucker because it was ridiculous.
And he's my closest friend in the world, and he's been to every time we've done shows, and he's been to every show, and you guys know each other, and he is a big person in my life and a person in your life, but all he's been boiled down to is just the whore fucker.
So the embarrassing thing was, and we know because the absurdity of that had nothing to do with it. And it's affectionately said. And the last time he was with all his family, I hadn't seen him in a long time. And you brought them to Helium, and I just remember turning the corner and seeing him, excited. Like if I hadn't seen you for a long time, and I went, I go, whore fucker. I'm like, ah. And then his girlfriend's there, and I thought, how can you explain that has nothing to do to George Carlin?
Yeah.
That absolutely has nothing to do with an exaggerative story of him maybe getting an escort or not. It all had
nothing
to do with, and that's why it's funny.
He met a girl online.
But
it was the same thing with my mom. It has nothing to do with my mom,
but
with the thing.
But here's the but. If I was his girlfriend, be honest, the only way she'd definitely believe it if she heard this part of the podcast. Because you can tell. But other than that, if somebody just casually goes, no, it has nothing to do with anything, I think it has something to do with something. There's no fucking way. It just, but the truth is, it stems from nothing, which is what comedians do a lot. And people that remain silly,
This is how cool she is. I explained 30 seconds or 20 seconds of that to her, and she goes, "Oh, that's fucking hilarious."
I heard she slapped you.
She slapped me with her tits.
I have a recording of it. There you go. No, you're telling her.
Got one.
Here's you. Play the. Hold on. Wait. Let him say it first, and you say what you think's going to work. Because you think, oh, she'll understand. Okay, explain to her why the joke.
Hey, Chris Strema.
Why? I don't understand when he said the whore fucker. I'm trying not to make her sound like a typical.
No, Chris Strema. The thing was that.
Yeah, why? What was that? Stem
it was just
something?
A bit where, I mean, obviously, you both dated people before, and he happened to meet a girl online, and then, I just thought I would just.
Ow!
Don't lie to me, Blake.
Ow!
No, you're bullshitting me. He fucked a whore.
Sorry for calling you that word.
He must have fucked a whore. Why? Or he called up a whore.
God damn it! I'm pretty. Fuck. Shit! Ass!
Well, you want to tell me the truth?
Yes. Ow!
No.
You're shooting me now.
I know.
What is ow? Fuck!
No, listen.
You're shooting me at my shoes, and I'm tap dancing.
I'll stop shooting you.
Thank you. It's the most.
No, I am going to stop.
You said you would.
I'm going to stop shooting you. But I don't want to do it like a dumb woman's voice because all a guy can do is because it's hard to get our voice there is go, so I guess I have to. Okay, now listen. I'll stop shooting you.
Okay, thank you.
But tell me that night. I don't care. If he did things, it's all right. But it had something to do with a prostitute.
I understand why you would think that, but it was literally he just.
Okay, listen.
Ow,
I'm not stupid.
Come on now.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that he fucked a prostitute. It could be that you guys, the joke was it can't stem from him meeting a girl online. So tell me how it happened.
It literally does, and I'm starting.
I know. Fucking shit.
Okay,
you know I'm going to be the best man at your wedding, and you're hitting me.
Because that was unnecessary, and that
the
was
last
out of my
one
control.
was yes.
Sometimes sometimes I hit you accidentally. Make it work.
Okay, what was that one then?
Well, because you were looking at me funny.
I was looking at you funny because my eyes swollen because you punched me in the face a bunch of times.
I snorted.
Yeah.
You're looking at me funny. I picture a big black eye with the eye sticking out the wrong way. And fighting, they say, is good. No, I'm talking about boxing.
Yeah,
we make that's boxing.
Yeah, of course.
We are gonna. Let me tell you something.
You pay per view.
We're gonna look back, and I don't want to lose people here. People that love boxing.
Right.
I know it, but you know what? It's more about the 10 people that go, he's fucking right. We are gonna look back on it, and even though people go, we're gonna look back on it as such a I sort of understand why we sometimes it takes a hard time to progress as a society because you look at the things that there's no way we're not going to look back on that. And it was Roman day.
Oh, boxing?
No, it's not. Because by the way, I can go to a place of breaking it down, but I get it. I get it that there's people that know that I'm right, but still I get it, but I'm going to say it anyway because I think it's. But just with all my insecurity aside, No, it's not like fighting that's throw to the room. These are two people, and if two people agree to fight, then it's absolutely fine. But yet we know no.
Right.
Because two people will bash the shit out of each other, and it's an art and it's a sport. No one's defying the sport of it and the no, I can't.
Muhammad Ali, one of America's greatest heroes. Look at him now. Like that's because he got punched in the head. Like
that's not that doesn't mean that I can, So it's like we're going to look back, and it's like so weird. It's 2014. It's like same thing with like that in Catholic schools. This should have been like we've joked about this on the show before. Like when did they used to hit kids with rulers in the public schools? And people go, was it the 1400s or the 1600s? I think it was
a lot recent.
No, that's my point. That's the joke. I think it was like the 1700s, and someone goes, no, it was the 1800s, and someone goes, no, I think it was in 1972. There were some schools that were still doing that. And go, shut the fuck up.
There's
1970.
No
Wouldn't that be funny if it was still? This is a person that's not only they're supposed to be leading the way, on development and understanding the education. And there's still forget about if I'm willing to look past discipline as a way of using corporal punishment. But absolutely, does anybody disagree that it was fucking embarrassing for an organization in 1972, and I think I'm right, I'm in that area, some people could go with 78 or whatever, that was still hitting a child. Forget about the discipline. Let's go. I'll give it to you. For discipline, you're right. Smack the shit out of them. But will you admit anything was wrong? Will you admit anything that was wrong? I don't hear you on TV or any YouTube clips going, it was fucking atrocious that we were hitting a child on the hand with a ruler in 72. Shame on us. Shame on us.
1972.
Right.
Yeah.
1972.
It's crazy.
And by the way, I'm right in that area.
Yes.
Someone said 1963 and somebody else said, no, I know. You're not mortified by that. You are not mortified. You're not like, oh my God, how gross. The words I want to just throw off at the mouth. 1972, yes. You were taking a ruler and smacking a child's hand to a blister because he was left-handed. And people still think you're doing anything else right?
Insane.
I want to follow that group right there. That's who I want to follow.
Yeah, that's what I want to get on board with. They seem smart.
Yeah, it seems smart. Give me the child's hand that with nature, because no one defies nature, made it left-handed, made that child left-handed. Give me it. Come here. We're the school district. We're supposed to agree.
Change yourself.
Right.
Change your natural
give me your
self.
hand. I'm gonna till you bleed. I'm gonna do it till you bleed. And on that alone, they should never be able to do anything else again with a license or anything.
Exactly.
That's embarrassing.
It's terribly embarrassing.
They're supposed to drag us into progression. That's what you're supposed to do. You are in charge of a child's mind. That fucking is invaluable. And you fuck it up like that? And I'm not really that angry. I'm angry. I'm in a good mood, believe it or not. You know why? Because it feels good to express it sometimes. I'm not going to fake I'm in a bad mood right now.
Yeah.
It helps get it out. Like that's invaluable. That's like those jobs that are given to you and you're molding a child's mind, and we're all supposed to agree to disagree. You might think one thing's better for a child. I might think another thing's, but that should be ironclad, and you weren't even right on that. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And now I'm here. I'm the child who's being taught that, so if you want to fix something, you hit it with violence. That's how you deal with problems, right?
Well, not only do you deal with problems, you deal with how they were born. You ask a child to change something that they were born
if I don't like something, I just change it with violence, right? Yeah. That's how you're going to live your life?
Yeah, you just hit it with it. And by the way, we expect them to be, on board or pushing it with that you can't have conversion therapy or, or anything like that. And we're supposed to hope that they're there. Well, when you look at it, like, come on, they're not even still apologizing. The one apology, that, in a weird way, it really it captures them for the ridiculousness it is. You might think it's ridiculous that I'm going to that point, but like the discipline, obviously, I know I'm fucking right. Even hitting a child that did something wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
But I'll let that go. You won't even admit, and I'm saying it again because it makes me feel better, on the way a child was born, you were in 1972 hitting it with a ruler. So, of course, you're going to be off. So anybody with common sense that paid attention to science, when the Catholic Church says you could pray that away, would go, okay, I'm going to go the other way because they're completely fucking wrong all the time. So just if you're a betting man, forget about human decency. Just if you like fucking being right, go, what does the church say about it? Oh, yeah, the smacking of the kids on the hands, I'm going to guess. They're abso-fucking-lutely completely way off and dangerous and destructive, and I'm going to guess, without doing any homework at all, whatever their view on this is, wrong. All because of the ruler thing.
Yeah.
Well, everybody makes mistakes. Not like that, fuckface.
Not that magnitude, right. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Amen.
Here's the funny thing. I stepped on his joke, and he still made it hit. God damn it, Aristotle. I like... Can I tell a boxing story real quick?
Yes, you can tell a boxing story, but I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like to... No. I'd like to give that story the break it deserves, and then give this story the attention that it deserves. We are going to hear a story from Blake Wexler in about 30 seconds. Let's get ready, everybody. Listen to the words. Picture these little kids. Little bow ties. They're all singing in a choir. They're like probably 8 to 12.
Like the kids at the end of Zach Galifianakis' like Purple Onion special, like on Netflix. Had to get a little more.
All right, shut up already.
When I was
shut up already.
Oh, you were just directed to me. When I was 14, because like boxing really is like a barbaric thing.
That's how we started this whole thing.
Yeah, and when my my mom's I called him like Uncle Paul. He was like the welterweight boxing champion of Ireland. And he was just like a family friend, like, so I just called him Uncle Paul. So he took me, my uncle, and my dad to a boxing match at the Blue Lagoon in Philly, like just this weird fight. And I was 14 years old, and they're like, "Oh, we'll make them men," or whatever. And I went with my friend Jeff. And
go back a little. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go back a little. What was this about? The story had to do with
boxing.
With boxing.
Yeah.
So did you go to a boxing match?
So they took me. So this guy who was like an Olympic fighter for Ireland, and then like my uncle and my dad, like we went to this boxing match in Philly, and then I'm like, oh, I don't know like what this is gonna be. I was like 13 years old, and then like me and my friend Jeff went, who don't like we're wearing like Abercrombie shirt. We didn't know what the fuck was going on, and there were just animals there. And then like we were just like, I don't know what. And then we saw a girl's ass, like she was like holding up like like the ringside thing. She was wearing a thong. We were like, I don't know what that is, but I'm on board. Like we didn't know what the fuck it was. So she's running around, and then like there were boxing matches, and you were really, really close, and people were just hitting the shit out of each other, and we're like, it was kind of like even at that age, we were like, this is a little weird. But then the headlining fight, this was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. The first fighter was just this, like he was the underdog. He was this generic like white guy, and they're like, ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Johnson or whatever, and he comes in, he's like, oh, whatever, this white guy, and they're like, now Pitbull, and they bring in this guy who is wearing a leash. He's wearing a leash, and he juts his lip out, so he has like a bulldog look on his face. He's wearing a spiked collar around his, and he's a fighter. And they lead him into the ring on a leash. And his introduction lasted 5 minutes. Which is really fucking long. And they lead him into the ring, and then even at that age, like me and my friend Jeff are dying laughing.
He's the meanest motherfucker in around. He's walking into the ring with a collar. Oh, wanna fuck with Bulldog motherfucker 78,000.
Pitbull. So they lead him in the ring, and then they take the collar off, and they're like, ding, ding, ding. And this is supposed to be like he's the heavyweight. Like,
and this isn't wrestling.
No, this is a boxing match. And like a lot of those guys like ended up like winning, like titles and stuff. So they bring this guy out, and the Pitbull was like literally just like putting up his
He gets beat the shit out of, doesn't he?
The first punch of the match, the guy whose intro lasted 2 seconds hits him with an uppercut. You hear the guy is
not 2 seconds. You meant 2 minutes. The intro.
No. Oh, his intro was 5 minutes.
Right,
the
right.
fight lasted 2 seconds, and the guy with no intro whatsoever hits him in the chin and knocks him unconscious. The guy never fought again. So his whole intro was literally like 100 times longer than the actual fight itself, and he was pretending to be a dog. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like,
coming in at 5. That's all that.
Yeah.
Whining in the most fantabulous secular person in the entire world, taking on other things I don't know, but you get the bit. Awesome Cross, represented by the Blue Dangle Tire Company, representing the tough, the rough, like their tires. This young man moving here from Miswaukegan, California, big, bold mother humper of a hoo-ha.
Ding, 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 boom. Like, it was totally done.
Right.
He had a punching sound effect, you son of a bitch. But anyway, yeah, it was the funniest thing. Just someone being so masculine, like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Well,
You're
guess
done.
what we have to do?
What
time is it? I hate asking. It seems so unprofessional.
10:34.
All right, we're going for the descent.
Let's do it.
What do you think of dropping these in? Try to make it sound like the show sound more professional, like we have like maybe little pieces. Like
what is focus? It's a wondrous sensation of clarity and alertness. It's owning your opponent. It's knowing beyond a doubt you got this.
I feel pumped the fuck up right now.
Your eye on the ball and knocking it out of the park.
Homer.
It's getting in the zone. It's keeping on your toes, on target, on top. Focus is staring the world in the face and saying, bring it. Focus is power. Focus is life.
The Todd Glass Show.
Let's fucking podcast. I'm sorry, this just got me jacked up. I feel fucking good. My heart's beating out of my chest. Let's fucking do some bits, goddammit. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
That's right.
That's what that was all meant. That's what that meant.
That's
that
right, baby.
Oh my God, that motivated you.
Oh my God, I feel fucking good. I'm turned up, son.
No, wait, hold on now.
Yeah?
Swear to God.
I don't know if I can.
I did, because those things I play to motivate people, but I didn't ever think it would motivate anybody like that. Is that you got all that energy because you were ready to leave before?
I was literally out of my fucking chair heading to my car, and then I heard it from the parking lot, and I just ran right in. I did 10 somersaults, and I fucking did a perfect dismount. And now I'm back.
You know what? You're back. You know where you're going? You're gonna. I'll tell you. You're going from there to there. That's where you're going.
Where?
I'm on my way from misery to happiness today.
It's all full circle. The whole show. Everything, there's a rhyme and a reason. You came back. Play it from the beginning. Where's he going? He comes back.
I'm on my way.
He's on your way.
From misery to happiness.
All right, great. I'm making a great moment there. Who gives a fuck? I'm trying to do something special, and make it seem like put a little reverb in my mic that we're going home for the close.
That's right.
We are going in for the close. Sometimes I go one place and then I think, just turn off all the reverb. We go in. Is there anything else I didn't do? On my way, we played that. Bad Tom Likas. We did.
Oh, we fucking did that.
Frank, I want to do a little bit of this. Hold on. How'd you do the last time when I had to go outside and get some fresh air? How did you do?
I think we did great. Like I got an 11 out of 10 from Jake. I think
Flawless,
I got Natalie.
really
What did
good.
you give me? 10? 10 out of 10 from Natalie. And then Aristotle, I did fine, right?
Made coasters for you.
Yeah, he fucking made coasters. He threw yours out.
Well, you know what? I'm going to take you up on it, especially because these guys sung your praises. I have to slowly start showing you, because you know what I'd like to do? Is I'd like you to get your own show.
Cool.
And and if you did a good job last time, hey, these guys wouldn't lie to me. And I want to leave with the reins. I don't mean to make it such a big deal. Oh, you have to steer the ship. But I'm overthinking it. I'll be right back. I go to the bathroom.
Fucking good,
and I make
yeah.
a casual thing. I go, could you take over while I'm gone? Of course
And the
you
answer,
can.
everyone knows I can.
I'll be right back. Thank
Fuck it. Yeah, go ahead. And it's all fun, and we're all having.
What'd you guys talk about?
Just a lot of really in-depth performance about Congress and like how they aren't really holding up their end of the bargain, and like I feel
That's
like
exactly the type of stuff
that
like,
you were
can I
going to
be
do,
honest?
right? Yeah.
Well, I got nervous.
Of course.
I thought I heard you in here. Oh no, I'm not going to look again.
All right, no, I mean,
I thought I heard you.
say what you were going to say.
I thought I heard you going. I know.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'm glad you did. You talked about different
No,
stuff.
I talked about Congress. I talked about the fucking new Obama, health care, Obamacare, and how
The
hard it
Obama
is
that
to
you-
get on the
Oh,
website.
you talked about it too?
No,
Yeah.
that's probably we heard the Obama. It sounded
Oh,
like
What did you?
Obama.
Did he
Right,
talk?
right,
You talked about it with him too.
Very in-depth.
Yeah, a lot of vowels. I use a lot of vowels, no consonants, really.
Mm-hmm.
Can I be honest? Because I'm not stupid,
No.
and I want you to know
No,
it.
you're smart.
Okay, listen. Because I'm being serious.
Please.
I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not a fucking idiot.
No, so you know that I did a good job then, obviously, because you're smart, right?
Don't disrespect me. I knew it was good, and that's why I left you in charge.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yes,
oh,
I
fuck.
knew.
I'm gonna get my own show.
You are.
I'm gonna get my own show.
I'm gonna listen. I don't have time to re-listen to this, but I'm gonna put my name. That what he just did on a loop reel. Both things. Put a little jingle. Let's make him a jingle right now live. Give me some music.
It takes
No,
a
listen.
lot of time.
No, it's probably
Let's
gonna
do
take
this
a lot
part.
of technology. Don't put him on the
spot. Let me for the bit. You let me do it. Listen here. Put down some good music. Put down this. I'm going to do a commercial. We're going to make. We're going to make a. We're going to make a. What do you call it? We're going to make
jingle.
you a reel. We're going to make you. We're going to make you an opening jingle. Then we're going to take those two shows, and we're going to send them across to get you a job. So let me make the jingle. Do you have something to
great.
play?
It's the Blake Wexler Show. You'll love Blake. He's got some great things to talk about. He'll take calls and talk about the issues that you care about.
God help me.
It's Blake Wexler. Blake Wexler Tuesdays. You're gonna love Blake Wexler.
Cut. Now we're going to take the other thing, the last time I went on, and we're going to throw into that too.
Okay.
Okay. Does this bit still making sense? I think it's funny too because it's like I'm trusting it, so I don't know what I don't hear.
Well, you're just playing back what I did before, which was great.
Yeah, because I don't hear it, so I'm really setting this up for greatness, my voiceover. But then your show sucks, so it's like I'm like you're gonna love Blake Wexler, and he's going ba 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 ba. I'm lost.
So we'll do the first one. No, we'll do the first one just to bring it full circle.
Okay, I get it. What was the last thing he did?
He did the
No, that was what's the next thing?
Oh, just do it, and then I'll do it.
Okay.
Blake Wexler. You're going to love the Blake Wexler Show.
I don't think I can
He's
fully
riveting.
support this.
He's social. Listen to him talk about
anyone.
social issues. Every
I
week,
hate everyone.
The Blake Wexler
I
Show.
locked myself in a room for the press
You're going to hate yourself. Actually, I made that make sense.
Yeah.
Not that you know what I'm talking about.
I think we're great.
Does anybody have any questions? Sometimes I forget people might have questions as we go in for the close. It all goes so quick. I feel like we got to some stuff. We didn't get to everything.
It's a good thing.
Get up off
I
that.
literally
Pull it in Frank. Play Frank. See if we can.
No, I don't mean that
Here's what we'll do.
facetiously. I mean,
we'll do a little Frank, and then we'll do a sing along at the end, and then we'll ride into the coast.
Perfect.
This is Frank. We cut up his. I think if this works, hold on.
Yeah, Frank from Caesar's Palace.
Thank you.
no, I don't mean that facetiously. I mean that abruptly.
He does stand up, basically.
What the hell does that mean anyway? I mean that abruptly. Come on, it's hot up here. Oh, you take your jacket off.
You take your jacket off.
Kind of act.
Oh, this is Don Rickles' friend.
Those cats. No, I leave my clothes. No, I'm not knocking that, but I don't do that.
I don't do that. Put some.
I like my suit.
Put the bad music behind him. I think in real life there's no music.
Was
right?
it cost us $65?
What if
for
the
suit?
band played the wrong song for this?
This is a song by Jimmy Van Heusen and Sammy Kahn, arranged by
Wait.
Nelson Riddle.
This is a song by Van
film we did
Halen.
years ago that was hidden the minute it was finished.
All right. I got put back on just Frank.
No, I don't mean that facetiously. I mean that
Do
abruptly.
we have any piano music to put behind him?
What the hell is that?
Do you have like a Capri Sun soundtrack? I like that drink.
Come on, it's hot up here.
No. Here's what to do. Just play the real Frank and then the piano, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to try.
No,
to
I don't
do.
mean that facetiously. I mean that
And
abruptly.
then put the piano in there. Nice piano.
What the hell does that mean anyway? I mean that abruptly.
Hey.
Come on, it's hot up here.
And then the music should keep going.
Get off. No. Kind of act. Man, Tom is one of those cats.
Can you just play Frank?
Yeah.
Let's.
I like my suit.
Now, do you have piano music?
Yeah.
All right, play the piano.
Was it cost us $65 for
See, I
this?
know here's what's in my head, so you don't think I'm crazy.
I don't.
Okay. Play the.
What if that is what triggered me thinking that you were crazy?
after all that?
Yeah, after all of our friendship.
Okay, play just Frank.
I know what you want. I was just trying to get
That's okay.
The tracks on there. So
I don't
do
know
it
what I
easier.
want.
You want just the piano music? And
No, I don't mean that facetiously.
Stop
That way it
playing
looks
that
like it
piano
breathes.
music.
That's
What the
right.
hell does that mean anyway? I mean that abruptly.
Yeah, who gives a shit? That fucking lady in the back of the room yell out one more time. I'm going to take... See, now bring back in Frank. And then if you play him and then we bring Frank out, you can take off.
that abruptly. What the hell does that mean, anyway?
Yeah, we fucking got a big old galoop in the back, shuffling his tits up and down as he spills soup on his lap. Ugh.
Your jacket off. No, I don't do that kind of act.
I don't do that act. All right, we got to wrap up the show. This is it, folks. This is the last thing.
Ooh, I like that sound.
I think we'll just end with a song. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thank you. It was a long show, but you know what? Life is long. And you need good...
Life is long.
Life is long if you do it right. And that's that's ended up being my campaign slogan. Fucking so tired right now.
Don't say that.
You gotta be where you're gonna be. You know?
That should be the ultimate jingle for a podcast. Fuck, I'm so fucking tired right now.
I'm so tired. I got tired. It's good though. What are we gonna sing? What are we gonna do?
Swing low.
Maybe we could do. You know what song we did really good?
Chariot.
Can you just play? Do you have any betting music, and we'll just go to close like that? Like, do you have? No, that seems like things didn't go right. Oh yeah, I like that. What is this? Well, everybody, I want to thank you. Put some reverb in our mic so it seems like we're saying something.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Blake, for being who you are.
Thank you, Todd, for having me and shaping who I am as a man.
You know what? I'll take that as a compliment with no sarcasm.
It was one.
Oh, thank you. Read the cue card, right. It also said the other thing.
And you are also a born headliner and TV star.
The part about the fucking hair. Stop
and
fucking around.
And it's tight, and it looks... You're 19.
Who has a better part? Who has a better part?
You, not lie. Chris Farron.
No, look, swear to God.
To God.
We swear to God.
To God.
His part looks shitty, right?
It looks like a fucking heap of shit.
It's embarrassing, right?
It's like, really? It's like a drunk person walking a straight line. It's crooked. It's garbage.
So
yours, Leonardo da Vinci!
So listen, was it that his part looked good in the old days when I didn't try as hard? Now that mine looks so good, when you saw his part, I saw you. What did you start throwing up or something?
On my pantaloons. Yes.
How does anybody tell him? He walks around, he thinks,
oh my God, look at me.
at my part.
I'm the mayor of Parkville. You've been impeached.
It's like a 70-year-old.
The new one, Todd Glass.
The mayor of, excuse me,
Parkville.
I'll take that.
Yes.
No,
you're the governor.
That. I'm the governor of Parkville?
Yeah, fuck yeah. President. Governor going on president.
Maybe Chris is like a 75-year-old prostitute or a stripper. I should say stripper. 75-year-old stripper. It's like, they think they look... It's sad.
Yeah. And he lives in Florida, so...
He doesn't... With that humidity...
Hacky joke, I won't stand by
with
it.
That humidity... It's fine, I liked it. For that humidity, you can't keep a good part.
No, it's impossible.
He's hating hearing this right now because he's hearing the truth.
It's all he has.
Yeah, if he had any self-dignity, he would go mess up his hair and stop having a part.
Oh, my God, yeah. You'd fucking shave it. No,
shave your head.
In all seriousness, to George Carlin, don't shave your hair. It means too much to us. But...
Here's what he should do. Have a reverse haircut and shave everything but the part and let that just grow out.
Not a part.
Do a comb over.
A hole.
Thank you.
With a W. W-H-O-L-E. It made sense. People will get it at home. Or wherever they are.
God bless America, land where the stand beside her and guide her from the light. Why?
you're here with headphones in your ear, there's a lot of show left, so stay right here.
Hey, it's Todd Glass. Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you, I hate to be pushy, why don't you go visit my website, toddglass.com. All right? There's something special there waiting for you.
We've got Todd Glass. We've got Todd Glass. We've got high on the mic with reverb glass. So anytime you're getting low, instead of letting go, sit and let the time pass. Hey, here comes another Todd Glass show. Hey, here comes another Todd Glass show. Hey, here comes another Todd Glass show.